What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Tiege Hanley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Tiege Hanley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people and I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Tiege Hanley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Tiege Hanley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. What's going on is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of After Hours with my friends, Carrie and Molly and Slimmy and Quentin. That's not on camera. Shout out to all of those people down there. What's going on, friends and family? How y'all feel today?
Hey everybody, how are you?
Chilling, chilling. We're going to start Carrie off at the top today. And then we're going to figure it out as we go.
I'm gonna stay up here tonight.
No, no.
Y'all have faith in me, Anton?
I don't know. We gonna play it by ear. I don't know. I got to figure out what my ranking system is like. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feel?
Well, I think I had on a Super Mario Brothers shirt and I took it off.
Why you always taking off your stuff? Because you don't want to be like Slimmy.
Because it had my birth year on it too, and I don't want nobody to think nothing.
Molly, what's going on, baby girl? How you feel?
I'm Molly's age. However old Molly is, that's how old I am too.
Nobody knows how old Molly is.
I know.
That's funny. You're doing
You know
okay.
what? That feeds right into my first subject, but I'm gonna hold off on that. What up, Slimmy? How you feel, big dog?
Man, I'm good. But before we go further in the episode, I do owe somebody an apology. Quentin.
What?
You good, bro. You good.
Nah, like you can't call nobody bitch ass. You know, you can't do that. No matter what. Just gotta be honest, man. Just gotta be honest.
I'm making Carrie smile.
Those fighting words you
I
cannot.
know, I'm so proud.
No, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter how you feel about something. However you take it, you cannot use fighting words though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be regardless of how you feel about something. There's certain things you just can't say. And I apologize. That shit just ain't cool.
Appreciate it.
You're so mature, Slim.
So let me ask you a question. If Dr. Umar comes on and he says, I apologize, but you can't do what I did, will y'all forgive him?
He apologized for what?
For not sharing, for preaching so much to what black men should do and all of that stuff. And
I don't think that
Dr. Moms.
I don't think that Dr. Umar owes anybody an apology, except for maybe the people that's his daughter for not playing a role in their life. I don't think that Umar Johnson owes us an apology. We criticize each other, or we criticize Dr. Umar Johnson because I look at him as a content creator.
Yeah, I don't look at him.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have any animosity towards Umar Johnson as an individual. I have disagreements with who he is as far as what he presents himself to be as a content creator. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no real, he don't owe nobody an apology as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Unless somebody feel like he finessed some out of school money. I ain't never done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never donated to the school, so he don't owe me nothing. You know what I'm saying? He never robbed me. He never did nothing negative to me. He never called me out of my name. So why do I care? He don't owe me no apology at all.
Hell no.
I mean, he probably should fix his family, but that's just and the only reason I speak on that is because they decided to bring it to the internet and use it as drama. You know what I'm saying? So
you think if he apologizes to people or to his kids or his wife, somebody said on one of the, I think on Monday night, that he hasn't taken accountability, he needs to apologize. Do y'all think that people would receive him again?
I don't think that people are not receiving him.
Like the people who rock with him, rock with him.
I heard he went to an HBCU and recently did a speech at an HBCU. They went crazy over him.
Man, what?
Yes. Umar Johnson pulled up with the Black Queens Forever, and the crowd was like, they went nuts. And I can't hate on him. Listen, he always gonna be able to get a speech. He always gonna get booked. He's always gonna have people that rock with him. And on that front, I can't say nothing negative about him. I can't.
So this will be short lived.
Yeah, listen, if you are, this is the one thing that I try to tell people that are in the content game, because people get so upset about when people talk about them and all of this stuff. Listen, if you are good at what you do, it's going to be another story. And that's why I was saying he probably should have just handled the shit behind the scenes and never responded to it in the first place. Because it's always going to be something else. It's always going to be another story. It's always going to be something that somebody else talk about. And people going to move on to the next thing. You're going to continue to create great content and nobody going to give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So if he had to just shut the fuck up, but he wanted to go online and start talking about Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf and shit, he was doing too much. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you are good at what you do, at whatever that is, whether it's content creating or creating controversy, people will continue to tune in and they will continue to rock with you.
Yeah.
The truest form of forgiveness is giving people more content to be entertained by. It just is what it is. People want to see what the next thing is. They don't care if you're a great person, but if you're a great person but you're boring, that's 10 times worse than being a crash out and then coming back and being like, you know what, y'all, let's get it again. People want to continue to see the entertainment. They want to see it.
Yeah.
They like a good comeback story. They like all of that stuff. You just give it to them. So that's why I tell people, hey, stop worrying about what people think about you in the comments. They'll love you tomorrow. They hate Carrie yesterday. They're going to love her today. And then they hated Molly. And next thing you know, she's a jazz stopper. Like, people are fickle. They gonna pick and choose when they like you and when they hate you.
I want Molly and Jazz to hug it out.
Now, Hella freeze.
I don't have any personal problem with her.
So she came to you and said, I love you, sis, and slapped you on the ass. You'd be like, I love you too.
Probably so if she meant it. Yeah.
Oh, look at us.
I think it.
What, dude?
Nah, I'm checking the video because I be switching up the content in the videos.
Oh, on the fly.
Yeah, so I'll be checking out different videos that I'll be trying to sort to see if I want to use that as content and stuff like that. So everything that I do is in real time. Even when it comes to like the Millionaire Morning Show, a lot of people don't know that I have a whole lot of different things and a whole lot of different ideas, and then a lot of times I'm pivoting on the fly in real time. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. Anyways, all right, I got an icebreaker question for y'all. A little different, they're different, but should be fun. We'll see. Maybe not so fun, but we're gonna play it up by ear. Question is, what issues come with being with you?
Ah, hell no.
Come on, y'all, come on. No, come back up, Quentin. Where did Quentin go? Where did Quentin go?
Damn.
He left.
He doesn't want to hold himself accountable. Where you go,
Come on,
Quentin?
come on back, Q Diddy. Come on back. Come
Oh,
on back to the front of the congregation.
Just for that, you should have to go first.
No. This is my question. So here, I'll make it easy for y'all. Let's start with Slimmy. Slimmy, because and the reason that this is because everybody talks about, what a relationship should be like, or we all have our different opinions based off of what we think is the best for the community and stuff. But I think that one of the things that we don't do is we don't explore the other side of it. Like, because even when you hear people talking online a lot of times, and this honestly, this just came up out of the blue. When you hear people talk online a lot of the times, they always talking about what the other person did to cause the argument, or what the other person did.
never with
He's a narcissist, or they wasn't responding to me, and this and that. And so I want to start it off different by, we don't have to say everything, or we don't have to go deep if y'all don't want to or nothing like that. But I think it's a good question. What issues come with being with you? Because we all probably have something uniquely interesting about us that may not necessarily be so ideal, right? Slimmy, what do you think is an issue? It's kind of like an interview question. Hey, what did you do wrong on your last job, right? Slimmy, what do you think is an issue that a woman may have difficulty dealing with if she was to get in a relationship with you?
trying to convince me that you're the only woman that I should be with. I mean, like, how you gonna do that? What value do you really offer for me that I should not talk to anyone else but solely you? Also, I'm very stubborn. I'm stuck in my ways. I'm not going for no rainbow, nothing, none of that shit. I ain't going for none of that. I ain't playing them games. So if that's what you into, just go ahead and keep it moving, because I'm not supporting no wild groups, no wild shit. Like, I'm not bending on that shit. Certain things I'm just not bending on. And it ain't no convincing me to do nothing else. No other way. Because the moment that you bend at all, that's when you allow all this other shit to come into your life. I'm not doing it. So if you on some teetering on straight people and homosexuality, you might as well go over there. Cause I'm not changing on that shit, man. I'm not fucking with nobody who into that shit. Like, it's just not for me. It's too many agendas, and I'm not fucking around. I'm not bending the knee to no agendas. Shit, y'all barely could get me to talk about these politicians. I don't fuck with them at all. Just being honest. But like, I'm cool, man. So you got to convince me that you're that valuable that you're the only person that I should talk to. That's I don't know, man.
That's a pretty big issue, I think.
Yeah, that's major.
What do you think, Molly, about Slimmy's issue? If a woman was to ever try to talk to him and get into a relationship?
I'm trying to figure out how I can word it. So, I guess just feeling like being a woman, how would I have to prove myself without, like, I don't know, it just sounds like you would expect her to jump through hoops instead of kind of knowing for yourself if she has value in your life based off of what she's doing and like the position she's playing. I just feel like if she's valuable to you, you would just know. She wouldn't have to be working on hard to prove it.
Now, they
The
say you have
fact
to
that
work to prove
if
it.
you can't see it right off the bat without her having to tell you or going out of her way to show you, I feel like you just kind of know right there it's not the right pick.
So she's saying that if you don't recognize that she the type of woman that, and correct me if I'm wrong, if she doesn't recognize that you're the type of woman if you don't recognize that she the type of woman that you would pick and be faithful to, then she don't think that it's anything that a woman could do to actually convince you.
Yes.
It don't necessarily got to be anything that she could say, or you know the right one when they come along. You know the right one.
I don't know, Sonny. I think you pretty much set in your ways.
I mean, most women are too. Shit, they don't change.
Do you
Most
like
women,
younger women? Like 20-ish, under 30?
not under 20. I didn't talk to some 20-year-olds. That don't be working out, man.
That's crazy because it seemed like you would be more suited for somebody young and kind of like fresh and new.
Why you think that?
It's just your expectations. It's like, I don't know if an older woman could meet those expectations. Seem like it's somebody with younger, no baggage, not too many boyfriends previously. Like, you got some
Hmm?
standards.
Not too many boyfriends. What you mean?
Like not too many relationships that she's in.
Somebody who would, yeah, like pique your trust issues or something like that.
That's gonna be on me. That's not gonna be on that woman. Can't no woman. No, a woman can't change me. I gotta want to
Yeah,
change for the
okay.
woman. That's what I'm saying. Like I have to want to change for this woman. Like it. Like in order for me to trust more, it's on me, not a woman. It's on me.
Right. I agree.
But
That's how I see it too.
I have to see something in you to want to do that.
So isn't
It's
that on her? Aren't you putting that on her then? If you have to see something
no.
in her for you to want to change?
So in relationships, in order to get in a relationship, it's a 50-50 thing, right? You have to be able to show that you have value, but you also have to be able to let your guards down in order for someone to show you that. Everybody don't bring something to the table like right away where you just like, okay, well, this is gonna be a good fit for me. Right
How
away.
long, how long
It's
do you
hard to
think it
find that
takes,
shit out.
Sonny? How long do you think it takes?
I think it could take about 6-7 months, 6 to 8 months before you like really start realizing who's for you. You're gonna be like, okay, that's a little different. That's a little different. But then at that point, now you got to realize, are they running game? Is it a facade? That's where your discernment come in.
What about just meeting their family and kind of using that as a cheat code to see their background or what they might be about instead of waiting like 6, 7, 8 months?
You gonna meet their family right away?
It wouldn't have to be
What you mean, like going
6,
to a
7, 8.
cookout like
I mean,
that?
if you were serious about that person, it seems like you wouldn't want to know what background they come from instead of like be waiting and like trial and error.
Yeah, you got to know about their family. I don't know how. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how soon you find out about somebody's family though. I don't know the timeline on that. That's just something that I just don't know. So I meet people's family, they be cool as fuck. Sometimes I don't, and then if I see certain things in the family, I'm just gonna just slide, you know.
All right, let me move to the next person. Quentin, what issue or issues may come with being in a relationship with you?
How long this live stream gonna be tonight?
It don't have to be. It don't have to be a lot. It could just be one or two. Give me one thing. Give me one good thing.
I don't put up with shit. at
does that
all,
mean?
and I don't show grace at all.
I could see that.
And
I could see
and
that.
I won't. And I thought about this, and I'm not like I'm not for woman correction. I just make a mental note, and if you think it's okay, I keep it pushing. I'll move along. So there's one, and then my sexual appetite is going to be number two. If take the freakiest nigga you know in your life and add me to the top. And then just like I've gotten better at time, but like I used to be like toxic, like I ain't leaving until some shit hit the fan type shit. Type of thing. But it's real hard to walk away when I think it's hard for most people to just like when you just don't it's not working out, you just walk away because it ain't working out. And I'm the kind of dude that's like, nigga, it's gonna have to be some knockdown, drag out stuff for I ain't just walking away for some good. If I can hang out for a little bit.
All right. Let me switch over to Molly real quick. Molly, what's an issue that comes with being? Well, first of all, hold on. I got to do Quentin the same way.
Ah, shit.
Gary, what do you think about Quentin's statement and saying that he has a low tolerance for bullshit, and when he walk away, he just completely cut you off? What do you think about that?
I think that that's a little troublesome because I doubt that he wants the woman to respond to him like that with what she might consider to be intolerables from him to her. Because Quentin doesn't come across like he wants the girl to be like, man, you was doing this, I'm out, I'm done. So it doesn't seem like he would want that in return.
But you have to realize, like, I tolerate a lot. So the intolerable is
well, and I will say you're interesting because on one hand you do show that you can go from like 0 to 100 like that. Like I don't feel like dealing with any of this nonsense. But I agree. You also show that you're very tolerant. So it's that would probably be the hardest part to the woman is like the predictability of that.
I get that
Like,
a lot.
how do I know if I'm
You're not
crossing that I'm done line? Because yesterday it was okay and today he's gone. So
I've been told that I'm unpredictable quite a lot. Yep.
All right. Molly, what is an issue that can come with being in a relationship with you?
I think for the average person, it could probably be between availability and I don't want to say me not caring because I care, but I guess being, maybe a little emotionally aloof. I'm not going to be super clingy. I'm not going to be calling you all the time. And I know some people need that to validate them and feel more secure. So if you're super insecure and you need somebody all the time, it wouldn't be me.
You and Slimmy got a similar kind of personality to me. You might be like a female version of Slimmy.
Maybe.
Quentin, what do you see as an issue? What do you think about what Molly just said?
I think there's a guy that's down for that. I don't think it's the biggest issue she like. Like, you know, there's a subset of men that they rock with it. They don't want no clingy chick. So I don't really see it as a problem.
All right.
It'll be a problem for me because I'm trying to cuddle.
Yeah, I've never known somebody who didn't comment about it. Either didn't feel like I was emotionally available enough or just with my time willing to just be available all the time. I like my space. Maybe I'm a little narcissistic because I just really, really, really enjoy being with myself. So if we're doing something together, it has to bring like value to me, or it has to be something worth me stopping what I'm doing to go do that with you.
Nope, I'm trying to hold your hand. I'm trying to go to the park. You know, I want you to sit in my pocket while we watch TV on the couch.
And that could happen sometimes, but if it's like a all the time,
I love you, Molly.
Mm.
no.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Carrie. Carrie, give me an issue that comes with being with you.
I would say one is I can be really over analytical. I can um I can overthink a lot of things for myself
Mm-hmm.
and overthink situations. So sometimes that is like, hey, can you just chill out? Can you just calm down and just just relax? Um I think that also leads me into being less of the person who is like, just come talk to me and I'll listen. I'm very, if you talk to me about a problem, I'm like, all right, so what's the solution? Like, let's think this through. And I can see where sometimes that might come across as, I don't need you to do all that for me. I need you to just listen and then stop, like be quiet. Um, I'm very hard on myself, and I think that that causes me to be hard on others sometimes, maybe too not, it's not judgy, but like you're not doing it right, or you're not doing it good enough, or you know what I'm saying, like kind of letting others walk their road,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm hard on my own road. Um what else? I think also just kind of learning to lead with more gentleness and grace. And I think I've gotten way better, but I do recognize that like innately I have a strong masculine, I won't call it energy, but my father's coaching and teaching, I recognize is very strong in me. So I have
Mm.
to be really intentional to chill it out and just kind of diet down some.
Slimmy, what do you think about what Carrie just said?
I think it would be problematic for some men, not all. I just think it just depends on how you go about things. Some men are gonna like that, and some men are. I just think you got to do everything in moderation. So if you're gonna be somewhat masculine, and I guess that's in debates, I guess, or figuring things out, I think you're gonna have to be extremely feminine and everything else, which I think Carrie is pretty much extremely feminine. I mean, she's married, so obviously she has some feminine qualities. Even though it seems she's gonna challenge you, and a man might not like that challenge all the time. They might get annoyed.
So you think it take a certain type of guy to deal with Carrie?
Yeah, because honestly, if you end up with the wrong one, that shit could lead to DV. The way Carrie, the way Carrie challenged, man, that shit could go left.
Oh, she.
But no, for real, like I mean, it's that could be hard to deal with, but the end results of a woman like that challenging you is gonna have you up here. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just constantly, you're not gonna be able to be complacent with somebody like Carrie.
Yeah.
She's gonna be challenging you to be better, even if it's just in your train of thought and the way you think. So yeah, every man's not gonna go for that because I think a lot of men are weak-minded, honestly. So they're not gonna be able to tolerate that. I think it's gonna take the right kind of man. It's gonna be a man that's a natural born leader. A natural born leader is able to accept challenges, and they're able to take that challenge and then use it and apply it, and then they're able to use that for guidance, you know, and they can use that to guide her ultimately. So it takes a certain type of man, but at the end of the day, that man will become better than he is.
All right, I like that. Got some very intelligent people on the panel. Let me read the super chats, and then we'll go over to the next subject.
You don't answer your
Only
own
Carrie will be the one to
icebreaker?
point that shit out. Only Carrie will point that out. You know what I'm saying?
I would love to hear the answer.
I think I don't know. Some women could probably. Rita will tell you that it takes a lot to deal with me. That you would have to be a very, very strong woman, and you would have to also be a woman that's okay with me being gone a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I require a lot of women once they cross a certain threshold in my life. And we don't even have to be in a relationship, but once you cross a certain threshold, I have a lot. I have a slot women, right? Once they cross a certain line, then I expect a whole lot of them, or I don't like them no more. I don't know if that makes sense.
You said you slot women, and once they
cross a certain line, like once they cross a certain line of admiration in my mind, then I like take a possessive thing of them, and if they disappoint me, then I don't like them no more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like I could meet you where you are. Like let's just say you a girl or whatever, a regular or whatever, and let's say you just a cool person. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, they dope or whatever. But once you cross a certain threshold, then I have a higher expectation of you. And if you step outside of the expectation, and I don't like you no more. Like you could be, I could never want to see. I don't give a fuck if you dead to me and none of that stuff. Like if I have to turn on, because I love hard, like I love really, really a whole lot. But if I turn cold on you, then you pretty much dead to me. Like I don't ever have to see you again, ever. And like I'm the type of person that could forget about you tomorrow, or I could love you to death. But I have to cut you off, or else I'm gonna love you too much, and I'm gonna have high expectations of you. So
and
I'm very toxic. Like I'm very, very toxic. I'm a very toxic person.
Is that if
I don't
they
think
did
I'm
something
toxic,
to you?
That's what I've been described as. I don't think that I'm toxic, but that's what I'm described as.
So I think I'm like the broke Anton.
I was gonna say cut off like how Quentin said.
like I'm very I believe that like good sex could fix a lot of things in a relationship. Like I'll give you an example. I'm very closed off. Like I'm not like I don't share my feelings, or I don't, if a woman ever asks me what's wrong or what's going on with you, I'm always gonna be, oh no, I'm cool, I'm whatever, so on and so forth. But you can get that shit out of me when we having sex.
That 10 seconds before you bust, and you that's a wrap.
Like if you ask me what I really feel about you, or if you asking me what's going on with me, you know, mid-session, I'm very vulnerable in that moment. Like I love hard. I love very, very hard.
Oh man.
I'm toxic. I am. I'm very toxic. Very, very toxic. But it's a good toxic, because it's like it feel good, and then it could feel bad, and then it could feel good again.
Women don't like roller coasters.
Yes, they do. They love that shit. They love that shit. Most women don't feel like you love them unless you put them through a roller coaster, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can see that. Well then.
Damn.
So, yeah, I'm very toxic. There you go, Carrie. Only person I probably love unconditionally is probably my daughter. That's it. But if she was to ever cross a line, I would cut her off too.
Shit, my daughter crossed the line today. I was like, God, dog. She
Like
calls me.
You could hurt my feelings. Like you could really hurt my feelings, and I'd be hurt. I'd be hurt. Oh my God, I can't believe this. I can't believe that.
Can your feelings get hurt easily?
Who, mine?
Mm-hmm.
From a person that I like, yeah. From people that I don't like on the internet and shit, no. Like, no, I don't give a fuck about that. I revel in that. Like, I like it when people talk shit because it motivates me or it's fun and stuff like that. It's like a sparring session. But like,
no, like
if you're
people
close to me, could y'all hurt me? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Really?
Yes, you could break my heart. You could absolutely break my heart, Carrie. 100%. You could break my heart. Like, I could feel something in my heart, like feel a true sadness about you. You could absolutely break my heart.
When Slimmy called me a bitch ass, I cried myself to sleep.
But it's only because you've already crossed the line and how I feel about you. I got higher expectations for you than I have for a regular person. I don't slot you the same as I slot a regular person. Everybody on this panel could break my heart. Absolutely. If anything was to happen to any of y'all, I would absolutely be in shambles. I would break down. But like if something happened to a regular person, or if I just know them or they just passing, I wouldn't trip about it. I'd be like, oh damn, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But I would just keep it moving. It wouldn't be no big deal. If something was happen to y'all, I would be absolutely hurt. 100% I would be hurt. You see what I'm saying now?
Mm-hmm.
Same here, Anton.
Right. Yeah, seriously, because like I look at y'all as more than just people that I work with or something like that. I look at y'all like I actually care about y'all well-being. And that's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like people, you can't care about somebody's well-being and then can't get hurt by them because you open yourself up. That's a level of vulnerability that you know what I'm saying, that you've created. So now y'all mean more to me. You know what I'm saying?
It's an Aries thing.
Yeah, it is. And so I love hard because I actually want the best for people.
I don't think like when people hurt me, like I just like sit in my thoughts by myself.
That's emotional.
Yeah, I don't bring it to their attention. I just see that they did it, and then I let it sit back here, and I just kind of deal with it by myself. I probably should say something, but I don't.
Yeah. I think we all, honestly, as human beings, I think we all interconnected in a lot of ways that we don't like to acknowledge. I do. I think we all interconnected. And so, you know, we condition ourselves to be a certain way based off of our life experiences. And we don't ever heal from that shit. And that shit affect the way that we go into relationships in the future. And that could be whether it's friendships, whether it's business relationships or personal relationships. I think we humans and we all interconnected. And sometimes that we got to turn it on and off in order to be successful. You know, like in the business community, you kind of got to be cutthroat a little bit in order to like get past certain levels and stuff like that. But ultimately, I think we are interconnected, and we don't really recognize that, but it's true. Like we interdependent on each other in order to be successful.
Yeah, I think a lot of people try to downplay that though, because they don't want to feel like they're reliant on other folks emotionally to get past certain situations. just in general. Like I think people try to downplay that, or they just flat out lie about it.
Yeah.
You need other human beings. Just straight up.
So
You need other human beings.
all right, let me read the super chats. See, Carrie, that wasn't too bad of an icebreaker, was it?
I love it. That was good.
Slimmy with the legal note to start off. All right, we like that.
That's a good one.
Love your shirt, Slimmy. Slimmy in the building with the shirt. People fake mad with Umar just like they fake boycotted Target. People of that tribe love the illusion of progress versus truly doing the work that begets progress. Shout out to Lola Bunny. Mr. Beaumont says, Anton, confirm or deny. Have you ever listened to Chronicles of Judah 144? Who is that? Is that a person or is that like a book? Carrie, can you look that up? Chronicles of Judah 144. Deny. To answer your question, deny, but I would like to know who that is. Yashua says, Anton, I proposed last night. She said yes. Shout out to you. Congratulations. You don't get the credit you deserve for the men you push to do the right thing. I DM'd you to pick, but thank you. I'm gonna check that out. I'm about to go on my DMs. I don't be checking my DMs that often, but I can't wait to see it. Good evening, everyone. Hope all is well, says CC777. Dave in the 626 says, Slimmy, for real, we needed him on that panel last night. Jerry, what up, Jerry, with the wrench? Says, no woman, young or older, is going for Slimmy and you should want to change for yourself. A woman should just enhance you. That's what Jerry said. Live from the motherland says, I feel it. Some people recharge their battery in solitude. Cash says Molly like men who she got to wonder if they like her.
I don't care.
You don't give two shits. Do the lights work, nigga? The car got gas in it, nigga?
I don't think that Molly give a fuck either. K6 says this is an excellent topic. It actually addresses your attachment styles, but traces back to your childhood. Jermaine Howlett says a jet, big dog, keeps pushing your limits. I do. I want a jet within the next 3 to 4 years, 100%. MP says, AD, we have a similar mindset when it comes to that. I just have to let my bank account catch up. Y'all talk about Jaden Daniels' mom doing the son husband crash out. Yeah, I'll add that in. We can add that in. I'll put that in there. Give me a second. I got to get it together. DP says, my issue is that enough is never enough. So I'm always chasing to be better. And I will put all relationships and feelings to the side. The vlog has shown me you can have balance. Yeah, I do be vlogging my ass off. I've been driving every day. I'm going to take a day off tomorrow. I'm going to take a day off.
Chronicles of Judah 144 is a content creator known for producing videos and discussions on topics like self-improvement, social issues, and cultural commentary.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to have to check it out. Ricky Warren says, thanks for your genuine love for your channel and combo. Shout out to Ricky Warren. We appreciate you. Thank you to everybody that contributes into the platform. We appreciate everything that y'all got going on and that y'all supporting us. All right. So I'm going to play a little quick clip. Shouldn't take any more than 30 seconds. Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett is under fire for what? Well, I'm going to share it with you. This is what she's under fire for doing.
By other elected officials for her comments last Saturday at a human rights campaign event.
Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot mess.
Referring to Governor Greg Abbott as Hot Wheels. Abbott was partially paralyzed when a tree fell on him decades ago.
I'm going to move on.
Multiple Texas lawmakers took to social media to condemn Crockett for her remarks. Texas Senator John Cornyn saying, quote, Crockett's comments are disgraceful. Can you imagine if a Republican said something like this? It would be on the front page of the New York Times and all over CNN.
So, Jasmine Crockett basically is under fire for calling Greg Abbott, the Texas governor, Governor Hot Wheels, and basically going off on him at an event where she was speaking, and it was supposed to be one of them equal rights type of things where they actually champion and celebrate the LGBT community and all of that other type of stuff. So the question is, do you think that what she said warrants the type of feedback, the negative feedback that she's getting? And what do you think about Jasmine Crockett as she continues to make herself a more visible, more, they say that she's one of the faces of the Democratic Party. What do you think about Jasmine Crockett, and what do you think about what she said? Anybody can jump in and give their insight.
I'll just speak to you can't, like, women, children, and the disabled, you can't really fuck with those people. I'll leave it at that.
Molly, what do you think?
I wish Mika was here. I know this is her girl. I I just think that it's ironic how she was talking about professionalism when it came to John Fetterman and his attire when it comes to work, but she gets on a public stage and is extremely unprofessional, name calling a disabled man. And it's just like throwing shots. And yes, if the tables were turned, it would have been like she would have made a big thing out of it. She's just a ghetto mess. And I hate that this is always the representation of Black women. It's always the same prototype. It's tiring. That's it. That's it. To put it nicely.
Carrie, what are your thoughts?
That was so like ridiculous and classless and insensitive and like that was I don't follow her, so I don't know where she's trying to go with politics and all that stuff, but I don't get how she's moving along. Like, if this is the demeanor and how she's presenting herself, then that means that there are a bunch of people who like how she presents herself. They like, is this more of a reflection on her or of where people are? Because to me, I don't get why people who were even there were not. I mean, I don't know if they were, but I don't get why they wouldn't be offended by that. And to Molly's point, God, like, this is how that girl on that clip that y'all showed a couple of weeks ago was, where on one hand, she presented herself like, I'm so qualified, I'm overqualified, I'm professional, I'm this, I'm that, but in the same breath, cut with her tongue. And I can't stand that. And unfortunately, yeah, I do see that with more Black women than anybody. It's like our ability to try to come off like we got it, and then in the same breath turn into like ugly spirits, evil, just mean people. And that was just mean. Like, don't like the guy, don't whatever his views, his policies or whatever, but that was just hard. Does she have kids? Okay.
I don't
Thank
think she
God.
does. I don't know, but I don't think that she does, and I don't think that she has a husband or anything like that at this moment. So,
Like, I'm surprised. I don't know how long ago she said this, if this was today or yesterday. I think somebody from the Democratic Party needs to come forward and address this and say, like, we don't support what she said. That was out of line, out of pocket, and she needs to apologize. Like, she needs to, I believe she should be held accountable for that comment. And you're cursing, like, how you gonna be in a suit with, how you gonna be on the stage? That just, sorry.
all right. Quinn, I don't know if you wanted to expound on this a little bit more.
Not really know nothing about her. It's just this rude.
Okay, that's
like,
fair.
if I'm rude, it's like in the back chats or like not like outwardly, like not in public. Like, that's rude as fuck. But,
Slimmy, thoughts?
It's politics. They say nasty shit to each other. I don't give a fuck. She should have cooked them some more. She should have kept cooking them. Who cares? Like, dude in the wheelchair, he's on a public stage. You're gonna get cooked. That shit happens. It's just the name of the game. They do shit to go viral. They do shit for likes. They do shit. They say shit. She might not even mean it, but it's going to get attention to her, and it's politics. That's what they do, man. They say some of the most vile shit about each other, and all in the name of this so-called rivalry. But they always at the same places, you know, having tea and crumpets together. I don't buy it for one bit. They don't give a fuck about that broad. They don't care. Somebody else gonna say something crazy in 2 weeks, and they're not gonna be talking about her. It's just the nature of the game now. This is what it is. They're trying to outdo each other by saying the most wildest shit sometimes, because honestly, politics has failed the people. Period. It's failed the people. So now it's a media-driven thing. It's all media-driven. How can we keep your attention so you can pay attention to our party? Because what y'all doing for the people? This is the only way y'all gonna get us to talk about y'all. Because y'all not doing things to correct the problems that we have. Period.
That's the problem. They're not. These are like public servants. They shouldn't be acting like content creators. They should be acting like public servants who are supposed to be representing their people. And if that's the representation, like I think that we need to start holding them to a higher standard, because for decades they're just adult children representing all these states and making all these important decisions for us. And we've been letting them get away with way too much. These are adults, 40-plus-year-old adults. And like, it's just childish. It's childish to see somebody in such a high position, with, especially to your point, Slimmy, a lot of these politicians, that's the problem. They've been getting away with being childish adults for too long. And I think it's time for us to stop being so complacent about it and say, oh, it's just politics, and make them start holding themselves up to a higher standard, because they're representing us and they're making decisions on our behalf and our children's behalf. So it matters. It really does matter. She is a hot ghetto mess up there, name calling. Like, she's not representing Dallas, Texas. Like, you are representing an entire city in the biggest state. They
Yeah,
need to grow up and stop. Y'all aren't content creators. Y'all are getting paid people's hard-earned tax dollars to represent them and to do y'all job, not to be trying to look cute, not to be trying to get some clout. Nobody cares about you. Do your
no,
job as a public servant. That's how I
but
be
this is
feeling.
see, the thing is, that's the whole point. They're never gonna change. They literally
We
pay
gotta
money.
stop. We
They
put
pay
them in
money.
office though.
They pay money to run smear campaigns about each other. This is literally what they do, where they just find their deepest, darkest secrets and they put them out to the world. This is what politicians do. She just did it, and she, and he wasn't there. She just did
And
it
it's
at a
But
time
very
where there was
usually
a bunch
they
of
at
people
least
around.
deal with. I mean, I'm not condone. I agree with you. I'm not condoning people going at each other's character or rumors and stuff like that. But they say he got hit by a daggone tree, and he's in a wheelchair. I'm not laughing, God. I'm so sorry.
No, Carrie. No, no, Carrie. No.
And then it's been people that have died. You know what I'm saying? And they not spared from them jokes. So what's so special about him?
I mean, listen. This is
He
not
did it at a
unique. Like
political event.
I agree with you. But I also agree with what Molly is saying. I think though we have to stop like supporting that and condoning that. That's why I said, is this more of a reflection of her or of the people
No,
who she's talking to? Like, are we now at a point where this is just our norm? I almost expect you to take a hit at somebody. I expect the insults. I expect the back and forth. I expect the rivalry, the fighting. I expect all of that.
This is not a reflection of her. This is a reflection of politics. This is
I
what they
agree.
do. This is what they do.
So at
I
what
agree.
point do the generations start holding these older generations accountable for Y'all aren't children. Y'all are public servants. You need to act like it. Don't they're trying to be too relatable to the everyday person, and that's not. Y'all are deciding to put tampons in boys' bathrooms. Like, it's serious, Slimmy. We got to stop giving them passes. They
Well,
got too much power to be getting away with being high school minded at 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old. I'm tired of seeing it. And the older generations kind of make me sick because they've let a lot of this stuff go on for so long. And everybody just going along to get along, and nobody ever, it has to stop. Like, or these kids are going to continue to be a hot mess, constantly killing people in the streets for no reason, committing crimes for no reason. Look at the representation of Dallas.
I don't think that's. I don't think. I'm gonna be honest though. I don't think that's a reflection of politicians though. That's a reflection of people having sex with folks that they don't give a fuck about and having kids in broken homes. That's not a reflection of politics. That's a reflection of people not wanting to build families. That has nothing to do with politicians. But I
Look at the
do agree.
representation, though.
But
She has no family. She has no man, no kids.
that,
She's a hot, ghetto, stinking, childish mess.
yeah, but
And she's going to be inspiring other Black girls who think that she's just so great because she's in this powerful position. Oh, she looks like me. And there's no growth. Where's the growth? Where's the self-development? You're a politician. You ain't one of us. You can't act like that.
well, the thing is, they can act like how they want. We shouldn't be looking at politicians in no type of way
We
anyway.
put them in office though, Slimmy. They don't put themselves there. They are kind of a reflection of us because we put them there to represent us. And if I was living in Dallas, Texas, and I had to look at that, no, I would want her out. I don't know. That's just me though.
I don't think we should look at politicians as any type of folks that we should use as an example of greatness. I
And
don't.
that's the problem.
I don't.
That's the problem. Because
Those
it's a
are
powerful position though. You have
right.
power.
But
You
but
have
but
influence.
but but the thing is, just because someone has power doesn't mean that they're someone of good character. So we cannot use them as any type of example of how you should be.
So who's the example then?
There's no telling how they got to that position. They didn't probably stepped on 50, 60 different people to get there and shitted on folks. So we can't just like look at them as like, oh, they're a good person. No, they probably did more fucked up shit. That's what politics is. You gotta do some fucked up shit.
We still
You
vote
shouldn't look
them
at them
in
as,
too though.
you say that, what you say? My bad.
I just said we just vote them in. That's why I'm like, we need to bear some of the responsibility too of who we're allowing to represent us.
Well,
I
we
don't
can
stay
only
in
vote
Dallas,
in
so I don't
who's on
really
the
care
ballot.
about her. But I know she's setting a standard for other younger girls and other younger women. And how is their growth if this is our representation? It's always our representation. Well, I'm not a Democrat, but they're just a hot mess. She has some nerve. That's all. But I understand what you're saying. But at the end of the day, we put them there. So to say, oh, let me just put you here and not care about how you represent me, I don't know. But I'm a voter, so it matters to me, I guess.
Anybody else? Nobody else?
What do they do at the blackjack table?
Carrie, what did Carrie, what are you looking up?
You giving me vertigo, man.
Carrie, what are you doing? I can't hear you, Carrie.
Oh, mute again. She muted herself.
You muted yourself, Carrie?
Trying to unmute.
Carrie, you want me to try to unmute you?
You need a warning letter for your technology.
I want to give Carrie an opportunity to make sure that she can get her full thoughts off. So they say technology is kicking Carrie's ass. All right, she left and she coming back. Carrie is upside down though, so I don't. Oh, there she is. She back regular. All right, Carrie, you good now?
I was trying to. Is this choppy for y'all? Is it
Yeah.
choppy?
Yeah, it's choppy a little bit. I just wanted to make sure that y'all, if you had any other thoughts on this subject before I read the super chats.
Oh no, sorry.
All right,
For me, sorry.
all right. Let me go ahead
No, I
and.
just want to say, Slimmy, that wasn't towards you. That was just towards the state of politics and being forced to watch it grow, like, growing up and not being able to have a voice and really say anything, and now being at the age and it's just like, okay, it's time to call it out. Y'all are children running the show. That's scary. Eh, That's it.
I mean, that's just what it is, man. It's the nature of that shit. It ain't really it ain't no way to change it unless they're not gonna completely get rid of the whole system. So
I'm
But
taking
we
more
had
of a. I'm taking more of a moderator approach in these discussions.
no.
No, I am. I want to make sure that everybody is getting equal opportunity to get their thoughts off, and so that's why I'm taking more of a moderator's approach. So that
I still want to hear what you got to say about old girl though.
about Jasmine Crockett.
Yeah, and her roasting the wheelchair man.
Man, I've been trying to avoid this subject, to be honest with you.
Oh well, don't talk about it then. Just save it.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind talking about it, but I've just been trying to avoid it a little bit. Honestly, I don't have a problem with it. Objectively speaking, I have no problem with her calling him Governor Wheelchair or whatever, Governor Hot Wheels. I call him Governor Hot Wheels personally. I think she probably stole it from me. I also am not sensitive, and I call him Professor X. I call him a lot of shit. I have no problem with it whatsoever. And one of the reasons that I have no problem with it is because I understand Molly's perspective. Because on one hand, I didn't look at it from the lens that Molly looked at it, in that we have to have people that are a part of public office as representing the United States of America, and we need to hold them to a higher standard because they are a representation of the American people and they represent us across the world. On the flip side, I can't have that type of energy for her in this way, because I can disagree with a lot of things that she says. I disagree with the fact that she, basically incites violence and incentivizes people to go and tear up Tesla dealerships and stuff like that. But on the flip side, I'm not going to condemn her for her having a disposition or to call him Governor Hot Wheels when I've seen Trump say way worse. I can't have and validate and say it's okay for Trump to say some of the stuff that he says about his political enemies and then, have a different disposition for Jasmine Crockett. And I think that what's good for Republicans should be good for Democrats, regardless of whether or not I agree with them on policy. And so I laugh when Trump calls Hillary Crooked Hillary. I laugh when Trump goes at Biden and says he calls him Sleepy Joe. Trump got more nicknames for politicians, and that shit is funny as hell. And I just start laughing. I can't sit there and hold Jasmine Crockett to a higher standard than I hold the President of the United States of America. And so for me, I think it's okay. I am 100% cool with it. I know that people are sensitive to the fact that he in a wheelchair and a tree fell on him. But I'm also mindful of the idea that politicians know that they have to have thicker skin than everybody else. And if he's going to get offended by the fact that somebody called him Governor Hot Wheels, regardless if it's Jasmine Crockett or anything like that, then I think that he's in the wrong profession and he need to get a different job. And
I'm
so
just shocked.
I
Oh,
think
sorry.
that absolutely positively, and I love y'all. I just got a difference of opinion. I think it's okay for her to say that if we're validating, and I love Trump, and I think that Trump is cool with it too. I'm cool with him saying it. If we're going to be okay with Trump saying some of the things that he says about his political adversaries, then we should absolutely be okay with Jasmine Crockett saying the things that she says about Governor Hot Wheels. And that's where I stand on it. I think it would be hypocritical for me to take a different position and don't hold anybody else to the same standards.
I'm just shocked that somebody from the DEI party will sit there and like take shots at somebody who's handicapped. Like, isn't he one of the people y'all are supposed to
Well,
represent?
so this is what I say to that. What Democrats have failed to do is to adapt to the times. And what they don't, and what she is doing successfully, which is getting her more visibility, but it doesn't mean that she's doing a good job. But it is, in the politics, it's about visibility, is that she's learned from Trump. And
Yeah.
you're gonna have to get dirty if you wanna really get involved and start getting more visibility in politics.
I look
But
at
And
it how
so,
you look at it, but the opposite way.
what do you mean?
I think the opposite. Like there's things that Trump says that I'm like, no, you shouldn't have said. Like even him calling Joe Biden, like getting on Joe about his what we think is dementia, his illness. There's things that Trump says that I'm like, nope, cross the line, Trump. Mm-mm. And
You've never
even with
said that before.
we don't talk about that.
We Carrie, we covered a whole political season all last year.
Yeah, but we don't talk about I mean, it's been, if you would have asked me, I would have told you. But my
Come on,
point is that
Carrie. Come
my
on,
point
Carrie.
is no. This is real. I'm being 100%. That's why I told y'all when I watch those Senate hearings and I listen to both sides are extremely childish. Both sides. This isn't like I'm saying this about her because she's a Democrat. I'm saying it because it is what it is. It could have been anybody up there saying that, and I would still have the same view. Quite honestly, that's one of the things that I despise about politics. Like I get it. I get that once people start campaigning, it gets dirty, which back in the day, it was not as dirty as it is now. When people were going after one another, it wasn't like this. And it's gotten worse and worse and worse. And I think to Molly's point, a lot of it is because we just say it's politics. Politics is dirty. It's just how it's supposed, like that's just how it's gonna be. I personally, I don't know.
I don't see anything. Listen, if they going at the person, that's cool. If they going at their family, if they going after their children, if they going after something else, and don't get me wrong, I do understand exactly what you and Molly are saying as far as them having to be a better representation of who we are as Americans. However, for me personally, if I'm a condone it on one side and I'm a laugh at it, I'm a condone it on the other side and I'm a laugh at it. And
No,
I
I
don't
get
think
that. And
I don't think that
sorry.
she said or did anything out of bounds. And I think that she executed it perfectly, to be honest with you. And I don't, that's why I said that I don't want to say that because I just got to be objective. And I think that it's hypocritical for Republicans to get on X and to get on Twitter and to say how despicable of her. Bullshit. Bullshit. Because we tolerate and we celebrate. And if we remove the policy part, because those are completely different conversations, policy is a completely different conversation. All of these different things are a completely different conversation. We went at Kamala Harris all year long. And me personally, I went at her for 2 and 3 years. Ain't no way in the world I'm gonna sit here and get offended when she said he Governor Hot Wheels. I personally can't get offended at that.
I guess
I
my
just think
thing,
that there like there needs to be lines, and I think that is a crossed line.
Well, if it's a cross line, then
I think
it got to be lines across the board. Then it can't be only lines
and
for
I
one
agree
side.
with you, Anton. I'm not saying that people cross lines. People who have been in politics and government have crossed lines on both sides. On both sides. There's a one lady who I forget her name. She's a Republican. She has blonde hair. When she She leads a lot of these Senate hearings. She's real reckless with her mouth. Real reckless. So I agree with you. It needs to be on both sides, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't need to be called out either. So to me,
I think
I get it
it was a
being
light
slick
hit.
with the mouth. I get it, but I still think
thought it
that
was
was too much. Now the flip side is where I still agree with you is that said, it's gonna happen. So if you are gonna get into government, if you're gonna get into politics, then yeah, you do have to have a thick skin because I don't see it changing anytime soon. People are gonna throw their jabs, but it doesn't make it appropriate, especially as a like. I don't know. It's just that was just tasteless. It was tasteless. Just because you could do it, you can make an excuse to do it. Doesn't mean you should do it. And the way I would think she probably wants people to respect her, I think that she needs to carry herself accordingly. And that's not just her. I'm sure there's
So
many
can we get
others.
away with it? Can we say it? Can we do it?
I wouldn't call him Hot Wheels. If I was a comedian,
That's not what I
then you know, if this
asked.
was
What
comedy,
I asked is, can
comedy
we
is,
get
is
away with
free
it?
and clear. But
I
Can
would
we get
say
away with it?
I think so because these politicians are childish and then they end up in the White House with nuclear codes. So
Okay,
that's where my concern is.
all right, so
They have too much power and then it's like y'all
but
get the
I also
nuclear
know that, oh,
codes,
go
y'all
ahead.
get all these classified documents. Y'all are responsible for so much and then y'all are just children in the brain.
okay, so tell me if y'all now we all gonna react to different things differently. I'm gonna play something. Y'all tell me whether or not y'all think it's funny or not. I think it's hilarious. Y'all may not think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. Real talk. So I'm gonna play this, and then y'all tell me what y'all thoughts are. Y'all ready?
Yeah. Oh no, Anton, I'm gone.
Anton.
I'm gone. I'm gone. Bro! 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 Hey! I get off.
I did not laugh, let's for the record.
I'm getting on my Bible because I know that there is a point in time where I'm supposed to not laugh.
Anton is
Nope. Nope.
it's petty night tonight, huh?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh.
Now, what I want to do is, I want to get y'all consensus across the panel. They say that he almost
Nothing at all, man.
No, because the joke was that he almost burnt down the Olympics. So I want to get y'all thoughts.
Which he clearly did not. Which he clearly did not.
Man, why did he pull that clip up, man?
Honestly, I thought it was going to be the old clip from like 2016 when Trump was making fun of that. Was it a news reporter or a journalist? He was like retarded or something. Do y'all remember that? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, that I thought that, but
That was wrong. That was
that
super
was
wrong
wrong.
of
And back
Trump.
then I did not
That
like
was
Trump, so I thought he
horrible.
was wrong for that. I said he's so
He
wrong.
was horrible for that.
I didn't I did. I complained about that. Looking
that.
back on it though, it's funny and he probably had a reason, but it was wrong.
Hey, look at Quentin's face.
I wish I could be like Quentin. Quentin don't. Quentin make a bit he's chilling. Go chill. He don't care nothing
This
about
nigga
none of
Quentin
that.
was looking salty as fuck.
Quentin does not condone this stuff. I know.
Shit.
Oh shit,
But
man.
I understand that y'all have things that are more meaningful to you. You know what I'm saying? So I think that most things should be made light of, personally. That's just me personally. So that was so dangerous to give him that torch.
Slimmy.
Gary, that was so dangerous to give Muhammad Ali. Honest to God, that was
I'm
just
sure that they had all the
from,
proper precautions set up, Anton.
purely from an OSHA perspective. That is one of the
I'm
most dangerous
sure
things that you could do.
they probably had people around. I mean, he had it. It was shaking, but he had it.
No, that was when he grabbed it with both hands.
Okay,
When
but
he
he didn't
grabbed
look
it
like
with
he was
both
doing.
hands,
I don't show it again, man. Come on, bro.
And you don't know how much that took for him to
Anton.
even be able to do that.
I
So
think that it's a
imagine.
great thing that he did it. What I'm saying is,
You can't even say it. Listen to you. He can't even get it out.
Man, he was a warrior.
He can't even get it out. Why is Anton speaking?
Bro, don't show the clip no more though, bro. Please.
I can't help what I think is funny. My insides laugh. I can't
think
help what happens.
Anton's been demoted. God, Quentin, Anton.
Yeah, put him.
Me and Slimmy gonna hang out at the bottom. Y'all can do what
I
y'all
need to be number one. Molly showed her teeth too.
Did I show my teeth?
Well, that's only because last week when we were doing this, Anton, I don't even want to say it because it's gonna sound like a joke and it's not. But Anton, you were talking about like him shaking, and then you were talking about how you mentioned something about Trump's signature. And no lie, like seconds after that, after you mentioned that, it was something where Trump was on my TV and he was signing something. And in my head, I was just like crying because it was,
cannot see it, can you?
I
What
can't,
does
I
it have to
can't.
do with his signature?
Because of the way.
He made a joke, and like when he made the joke, literally seconds later, Trump signed something, and I saw it. Like I saw what Anton was talking about firsthand, and you can't unsee it now.
I guess I don't know, man. Maybe I was raised in an environment where that we just didn't take ourselves as serious. I don't know. We didn't get as offended as the culture gets offended, and I think that is selective outrage. You know what I'm saying? If we don't care for a particular side from a political perspective, then it's cool. And if we do care about a political side, then it's not so cool. And it's all, in my opinion, it's all bullshit. It's all selective outrage. For people to laugh at something and it's like, oh, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. When you become a public figure and you become a person or a political person, when people crack jokes about you, they crack jokes about you, and it is what it is. Like, I don't know. I come from an environment where you just had to have thick skin and you didn't take life that serious. People be getting, in my opinion, I think that people get offended and they selectively get offended, but then they allow for it to happen on the other side and they don't call it out. And then everybody want to be fake outrage. And this shit is not fake outrage. In my opinion, it's not fake outrage. I mean, it's fake outrage. So.
It's definitely
Like I seen somebody in the chat say, Trump never talked about somebody with a disability, though. And it's
Yeah,
like,
he did. Yes, he did. He
what
for
is
sure
he
did.
talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all selective. And I just think that we just need to have thicker skin because it's bullshit to me. It's all bullshit to me. But that's just my personal opinion. I knew that if I started talking about this, the first thing that popped up in my head was the Muhammad Ali at the Olympics And so I knew it was gonna go dark. That's why I tried not to talk about it. Y'all forced me, and so now look at where we at. Now I'm the bad guy.
And that's why you are number 5.
So, it is what it is. I seen it honestly. Damn, I shouldn't say this.
She definitely don't need to apologize.
We already here now. I got a clip saved in my For You page of this girl, and somebody sent me the clip, and it was supposed to be of her, and she was supposed to be like some raggedy ratchet chick, and then she put her baby up there.
Don't do it. No, don't do it. Don't do that. Don't do that one. Don't do that one, bro. Don't do that one. Don't do that one, bro. Because that baby got a disability 9 times out of 10. Don't do it. Don't do it, bro.
You don't even know what I'm going to say yet.
Don't do it. Don't do it, man. HR, talk him out of this immediately. Talk him down.
Yeah, I think you should probably mute and move on to super
chats.
Let me read the super chat.
The point that I'm making is that occasionally when I go to my For You page and I scroll through, I'd be like, I just start laughing. I can't help it. I can't help it.
Don't do it, dog. Don't do it, dog.
Maybe I just got a dark humor. I don't know what's wrong with me, but that junk is so hilarious.
I know I got a dark sense of humor.
Then everybody else in the comments said the same thing. He was thinking the same thing that I thought when I went and looked at the comments of the video. Am I supposed to not see what I saw?
Hey, send it in the back chat. Just don't show it. Don't show it public.
No, and it's funny because somebody said Anton watches midget wrestling. I said this. Listen, this is what I was thinking. This is real talk. I'm about to show you the proof. I'm showing you the proof. This is what I was thinking about doing for my birthday. Hold on. This is what I was thinking about doing for my birthday.
What did I say? Extreme midget wrestling.
I've seen midget wrestling before. It's funny, but it's not, but it is.
That's what I was thinking about going to see for my birthday. I don't want to go to no fucking NBA game. I don't want to go to no nothing. I want to see extreme midget wrestling. That junk probably is hilarious. So I don't know I need to see it. I want to see it. It's a part of life. I got to see it.
Man, I can't even watch them that play basketball and stuff like that without laughing, dog. No, I wouldn't even go to that because they'd probably be to put me out.
What up to our
But it's a funny event though. Everybody's laughing though.
Shout out to our streets for holding me down on Venmo too. I love you. I appreciate it.
Our street.
Should I read super chats or should I continue to give y'all what my dark thoughts are?
Why don't you read the super
Uncle
chat?
Zero Dark 30.
Oh, wait. How is this not funny to y'all? How are y'all not busting out laughing? I am holding back my insights.
Busting out laughing on what? On the midget wrestling or on
all of it, like this
Muhammad Ali?
That too. Like all of it combined is a lot.
Listen, I like comedy, but I just think that there are lines. There's lines.
NBC is the one that aired it. So if NBC aired Muhammad Ali and then they put up the clip on YouTube and then I watch it and I say, damn, he's shaking.
So did NBC label it? Did they put it up so that people could see it, or they put it up so that people could see him almost set the thing on fire?
All of it.
Like, who came up with he almost set it on fire? Who said that? Was that you, Anton?
No, that was somebody in the super chat.
So y'all started it.
That was a super chat.
So it wasn't like the clip said Muhammad Ali almost starts fire at Olympics.
No, but that was the sentiment.
That's not the sentiment.
Carrie can't stop laughing either.
No, because I'm laughing at Slimmy. No, I'm laughing at you now,
Carrie
Slimmy.
trying to act like it's not funny.
So she got all white. She got all white showing.
What
No.
what if hypothetically that the Olympics went on fire?
I'm not going down this road. No.
Oh no.
Nope.
Oh,
I'm with Quentin, no teeth showing.
Man, this dude Quentin on fire.
Carrie knows she want to laugh because that shit is hilarious.
Hey, you said you showed the kid. You said the kid in the back. Oh, you ain't put it in the back.
I'm gonna put it in there.
I don't want that in my algorithm. Is that a YouTube channel? Nope. I don't want your dark side in my algorithm. Nope.
Can I tell you at least how I discovered the baby?
What baby?
The baby that he
The one
left.
thing I'm gonna send y'all on the group chat. So this is how, and we can read the super chats. This is how I discovered the baby. So the girl, because I plan on doing a reaction video to it, and I seen that baby. I said, "Oh fuck no, I can't do no reaction video to this." Somebody sent it to me in my email. The girl was complaining about the fact that she could not get housing because she was trying to use both her and all of her kids' income from SSI on the application for getting a new rental property. So she was like, they said that they would only accept me. And they said, what the fuck? Why all of your kids got SSI? And so that's what they were saying in the comments. So I went to her page to look at the rest of the videos, and then I seen the baby. That's how I discovered it. Because I started doing research and I said, I can't react to this shit.
What's the issue with the baby?
Got Down syndrome.
Never mind. Don't even say it. Don't even say it.
No,
I'm not even gonna set you up.
They're not down. That's not it. That's not what the issue is with the baby.
The baby's head is little.
No, the baby's head is not little.
It's big. It's wearing a helmet.
Look at what the fuck y'all trying to do. Y'all don't know this dark about. The baby's head is not big.
Oh, he got the cleft lip?
What's wrong?
No, it does not have a cleft lip.
Is it missing something?
I don't know how to describe it without it going bad, is all I'm saying.
Oh man.
I don't even want to picture it.
Me neither, Molly.
I'm
It's
trying to think about that. I don't want to end up with a baby that's
it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Why she hold the baby up anyway?
That's what I said.
You saw it, Slimmy?
Huh?
You saw it?
No.
Slimmy not even on fucking camera. That's not fair because Slimmy ain't even on camera right now.
No, I ain't want them seeing me eat this food.
Anyways, let me go ahead and read some of these super chats. God damn it.
My chicken fried rice was great.
Did you make it yourself?
Roku says, I'm so sick of Jasmine Ratchet. D ___ says, seems like her aim is to do what Trump does when he calls Liz Warren Pocahontas. She's using the playbook of AOC. Oh yeah, Carrie is fine, says Ricky Warren. Yeah. Son of the Sun says, Jasmine Crockett wigs is always stiff as fuck. Jasmine Crockett, sometimes her eyes go left and right. That's the truth. If you look at her sometimes she got a little eye. Is that a problem? Is that something that people should call out?
What is a little eye?
Have you ever seen Jasmine Crockett talk directly into the camera?
No. Her eye gets little?
She a little cockeyed.
Oh, like she has a wandering eye?
Yeah.
Yeah, some people when they look straight on, like one eye kind of drifts over. I don't know why it does that. I have to look that up.
Feeling like that.
Hmm?
I be feeling like that, like one eye is over here.
Like one eye. Or they look up at a certain angle. Why are you laughing? It's hard. I can't. No, not like Charleston White. Charleston White has a big eye.
No, he
Slimmy, I
got a
was doing the
fake eye.
same
He got a
thing
glass eye.
earlier.
What, he
That's
got a glass
fake.
eye?
Isn't a glass eye a fake eye?
Oh, yeah. I thought you said something else.
No, because somebody said Charleston White, and I'm saying no, like people who have real eyes, sometimes it like, but they're not cockeyed. Like sometimes it just.
That must just be
Anton.
yeah, that's a wandering eye. A wandering eye.
Cause
Wandering.
look at the chat. The chat is so fucking toxic. The chat is saying some of the
Not
most
reading.
diabolical shit. Y'all don't hold them motherfuckers accountable.
Right, these motherfuckers talking about I realize I got a disability. Fuck you. You bastard.
All right. Let's get back into business. Let's stay focused, y'all. They said that they got that Forrest Whitaker syndrome.
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker, that I'd be like a Q dog. I'm gonna be all over. Why are you looking at me like that, Quentin?
He said his baby McGrady.
Oh, shit. Hey, that T-Mac eye out of control, boy.
I'ma stay focused.
T-Mac special.
I'm just paying attention to the chat. I'm not even listening to the chat. Majestic James says, thanks, signed off for the advice this morning. Paid off all of my debt with my tax return, of course, but that absolutely account. Now, what do I do next? That's when we start the dollar cost average. Shout out to you, Majestic James. Live from the motherland says, facts. You come out looking like Joe from Family Guy. Expect to be roasted. Quentin reminds me of Holiday Off Holiday Heart. Live from the motherland says, how much power do politicians really have in the grand scheme of things, though? They're also a part of the entertainment industry. They're just representatives taking orders from old money and the oligarchy. Shout out to Live from the motherland. Booster 5.0 says, I don't mind some dark humor, but it's a time and place for everything. Christopher J says, no offense, but who is the president of the United States of America again? This is light work. I've heard worse from better leaders in power. Crockett is just channeling the energy of the other side. They, Trump, have said far worse. Her statement was crass, but this is fake indignation. Stacia Arnold says, please stop letting Slimmy speak on politics. Triggy says, AD, when you going to have Trigger on so Q and Slim can have at it? Would make for greater content. No, not on this planet. Not on this one. KL says, I agree with Slimmy. You can't depend on politicians to stop the degeneracy. And I want to smell Jasmine Crockett's weave. Smell just like an ironing board. Just like an ironing board. McThickens says, Jasmine just needs a night with McThickens. She won't be saying much, Anton. Trust me, sir. Trust me. Here, Jazzy, I got that Scooby snack. Y'all gotta shut Slimmy's mic off sometimes. He up there sounding like the male Trigger. She got away with that because she's black woman beyond, it says Executive Suite MLE.
No.
Chef G Rap says, if Governor Hot will clap back at her wig, it's fair game. It absolutely is. Remember, Slimmy talked all that stuff about the 2025 election and forgot to register to vote. You lost your political commentary card until we can see voters registration card. It says SBD. Carl Oakley says, I concur with you, Anton. This is the new modern day politics, taking shots and cracking jokes, seeing how thick a person's skin is. I worked in D.C. for 10 years, Pentagon on the Hill, and this is normal behavior. Good to see y'all. Shout out to Carl. I appreciate you, big dog. Gurr says, just like when they claimed Trump was making fun of the disabled reporter, they had a whole fit. Executive Suite Emily says, don't get me wrong, the Hot Wheels thing made me laugh, but I know I'm fucked up. The Dems pretend to be holier than thou. Darth Anton, hashtag Ali.
Shut up.
B
At
Sharp says,
least he's claiming it. He's holding himself accountable.
B Sharp
No,
says,
he just not
AD,
for that.
will you do a video about Jasmine or a segment on one of your platforms? What you agree or disagree with that she represents? What's your opinion about her? I tried to search her opinion, but didn't find your thoughts. I talk about her all the time on the After Hour show. I've done plenty of videos on Jasmine. McDickens says, come on, Anton, you're supposed to be the best of us, man. We are going. Empire Foundation says that Muhammad Ali clip is like a dude who finally nutted after 2 years. Patty says, man. Tyron the Tyrant says, you called dude Professor X and got me in tears, but then the video of Ali got my stomach hurting, dog, out of pocket, Anton. Executive Suite Emily says, my favorite Trump line was about McCain. I like my heroes who don't get caught. LOL. McCain was a POW. Hashtag dark executive. Hashtag dark Anton. Yeah. Fade TV says, yo, time. Seeing you just copped the Honda CBR 1000 RR. Lit. Question for you, for Q Diddy. What bike do you have? We should start a group in the Discord. Hashtag bike chasers. Q Diddy? You muted.
Dude.
19 Ducati, 18 BMW.
And he keep him in his living room too. Ali is says Ali was one shake from Pepsi commercial on himself. Yep, just like Michael Jackson. Aaron Smitty says, if I wasn't aware of his condition, I would have thought the champ looked like he had something up his sleeve. Julius Jermaine says we've been calling them Hot Wheels for years in Texas. That's nothing new. McDice says, Ali shaking like you're ready to pop in some good. Love that hat, Carrie, says Faith M. Mr. Lyon says the algorithm paying you back for that Jay-Z accuser in the paint with the paint in the classroom. Politics influence every aspect of your life. Slim says the real millennial coming soon. DP says Crockett isn't ugly, but Batwoman eyelash making fun of a disabled is crazy. I make South Park jokes daily. But they say we can't make fun of ABC funny money community. I say if you can take but work, you can take a joke. If you can't take but work, you can't take a joke. I don't know what that means. Anton possessed by Austin Powers tonight, says Gerald. Anton, I'm still waiting for the DLC version of Ali shaking in an undisputed boxing game. Florida boy. Shout out to Florida boy. Baby kept drooling nonstop. Nope, that's not what happened, MP. Christopher Mayberry says, y'all leave Forrest Whitaker's little sister alone. Ricky Warren says, Molly, you look good too, sis. Thanks for being a jazz killer. I love your energy. Forrest Whitaker has the best agent ever, says A.R. Smitty.
Thanks.
Alcohol syndrome, probably. 20 minutes back, just made it to the Ali vid. Laughing my ass off, says Andre Bivens. Shout out to everybody in the chat holding us down. We appreciate y'all continuing to hold us down. All right, Carrie, coming to you on this one. All right, y'all ready?
Yep.
All right, Carrie, here you go.
The men in their 50s are probably one of the most insufferable demographics of men out there. These men are unhappy, financially stunted, mentally stunted, emotionally stunted, and still operating as if they are in their 20s. There's a lot of discord right now with younger women dating significantly older men because they think that these men have it together. They think that these men are mature. They think that these men are financially secure, and they think that these men are able to provide them with a life that a much younger man may not be able to do. And that is in fact not the case. Most of these men that are in their 50s and they're looking to date significantly younger women is because they are not together enough to even date the women that are in their age demographic. So they go after these younger women to ultimately steal the youth of these women. These men are bitter, they are controlling, they are manipulative, and they are extremely unhappy with their lives. Most of them have not put in the work. They don't have a career. Most of them don't have a home. Most of them don't have the finances. And a lot of them are stuck in their ways. and jealous of these women who have their whole future ahead of them.
So, woman says that men in their 50s, dating men in their 50s, or let's just say older men in general, is bad. What say you, Carrie? Do you agree or disagree in general? Obviously, we know that no man is a monolith or no group of people is a monolith. Do you agree or disagree with her sentiment about men in their 50s? You're muted, Carrie.
Come back.
Carrie over there struggling. Carrie struggles streaming like a mug tonight. All right, we'll come back to Carrie. Let me go to Molly. Molly, what do you think about what was said?
I think that what that lady said, I hear a lot of women say that about older guys. Uh, I have friends who have significant, like, had relationships with significantly older men, and a lot of the time, those men are childish, probably a lot more childish than men in our age bracket, I'll put it like that. I don't really think dating older men is necessarily the flex that social media makes it seem like it is, because a lot of the times those older men are damaged, they have a lot going on, or they might be out of a divorce. And I do think that a lot of them do use younger women to kind of steal their youth. And a lot of the times, younger women will date an older man thinking he's more mature, and he's probably not. It can be draining. I can see how it could be draining.
Carrie, what do you think about her sentiment about what most women can expect to date older men?
I think that she sounds like she's coming from a little bit of a salty spot. A lot of it. First of all, y'all know she was killing me with most men over 50 are this, and most men, and most men, and most men, this is the reason, and most men. The whole time I'm like, how do you know? Like,
I'm proud of you, Carrie.
How the heck do you know?
That's all I wanted to hear.
I mean, I'm sure there are probably some older men who fit what she's saying, but I would think that older men who target younger women, it's less of I can like front like I'm more of this than that, and more of she's probably more like malleable. I can she'll do what I want her to do. I won't have to deal with her being set in her ways and having strong opinions. Like I would think it's more down that road. And that's also based off of me hearing older men talk about it. But I don't know. Like I don't have a personal experience with I don't think it's what she said. I don't think it's what she said. I don't think it's what she said.
I
And
get.
she looks like she had her eyes on somebody, and they ain't had their eyes on her. She might have took her ring off, but I ain't seen no ring, so I don't know. I'm just kind of mindful of single-looking women having such strong feedback and advice and knowledge and wisdom about men. So that's my
Well, I
answer.
think she has a point though, because you do get, okay, say a woman is 23, 24, 25. The man is 45 plus, and he's thinking about molding her and her being more malleable. But what happens in another decade or so when she hits 30, 35 plus, and things start to change? Because I do see a lot of the times women will get into those situations and then they become resentful after a while because they start to grow up. I just don't see why men would date women whose brain isn't fully developed. I don't know. And then a lot of the times I do see older guys, they'll mentally bring themselves down to that girl's level. So I don't know. And I think the internet is glamorizing big age gap relationships.
What's too
And
big,
I
Molly,
don't,
for you?
well, I'm just saying, like, if the man is 50 plus and say she's under the age of 30,
No,
that's a big
like give
age
me a
gap.
number. How many years is age gap too big?
A decade or more. But I think it also depends, because if you're probably 30, 35 dating a woman that's probably in her mid to late 20s. But some men are older and they do try to take advantage of a woman's youth. And I do think that a lot of women do at some point become resentful. And I've had conversations. I have a friend, she's younger than me a little bit, and she had a baby by a man who was in his 70s. And the maturity is financially, yes, he is straight financially, but the maturity, no, it's not there.
Yeah.
It's like he tries to keep up with her. And I know sometimes women kind of look for a dad type of thing when it comes to older men. So it's like she didn't really respect him at the end of the day.
Quentin,
What's the question?
what do you think about the sentiment of the woman that said that men that are older most of them are dusty, and that they're basically looking to steal the youth of women that are younger than them, and they have more difficulty attracting women that's their age? You can attack any one of those points or all of them.
I don't know. I don't date men over 50, so I wouldn't know what that looks like.
Jesus.
So I guess at this point I would just be taking up.
Culturally, what do you think about men that date younger women?
It depends. Like I'm right about Molly. Like I think like 10 to 15 is probably to break it off right there. Anything like I don't know. I just think like because I'll date older women. I can speak from my perspective. Like maybe I'm like 33 and she's like 46, so she still ain't aged out yet. Like she getting there, but like the more you get up to the 50 and the 55, and I'm still down here, I just don't think long term is sustainable. And it's fun, and I think it's fun for the younger girls while he's still on and popping and his dick still gets hard. But the closer he gets to 60 and you still down here hovering around on and popping, it's like the gap gets wider as he gets older, type thing.
Okay.
So yeah.
Slimmy, thoughts?
Because I was with a very attractive, in shape white woman. And then she just started creeping up there, and I was like, "This is we getting farther apart."
Slimmy,
I think she was projecting. Like she probably fucked up. You know what I'm saying? She fucked up. There's something going on with her. She keeps saying most, as if she's dated most men.
I'm not laughing at you, Slimmy.
That shit sounded insane. Like, I'm just glad Carrie said something about most from her. That's all I was happy about. I ain't gonna lie. She got on her about that right away. But no, she just projected, man. She can't say about most 50-year-olds and like this shit about 50-year-olds are immature. Man, the 50-year-olds that I know, these women be flocking to them. Flocking to them. They got the bag.
Why are they flocking to him?
They got the bag. They cool. They drive nice cars. Cars. They're polite. They know how to treat women. They not disrespectful. The young boys is disrespectful. They don't know how to talk to women. They don't know how to approach women. They lead with their money. And
older men lead with their money.
No, not all older men lead with their money. Not all older men. No, that ain't true. I think that's more of a stereotype than anything. I think they will.
Maybe because I'm a woman. I guess I have a different vantage point. I always see them old cat daddies, and they are leading with some money. They're tricking, they're trying to trick.
Daddies. Yeah, sugar daddies. Yes.
I don't.
Yeah, They
I don't
tricking.
believe men do that.
They tricking, but it
I
ain't
want to be able
all old men. All older guys aren't like that.
I want to be able to pick a woman up in my Honda Civic and you not judge me.
You just have to have a whole lot of money. You can drive whatever kind of car you want.
Literally.
So, Slimmy, you disagree with her in a general sense?
Yeah, I don't think she know what the fuck she talking about. She just got heartbroken by a 50-year-old, and he ain't want nothing to do with her, and because there's something fucked up about her. So she gets on the internet and projects, and she's probably fucking wrong. She's fucked up. She probably never took accountability for nothing going on in her life. Who knows? From that video, she seems like the type to pass the buck. Honestly, she talking about all these men like this, and it's a bad look when you start doing most. When you start saying most, and you're talking about a group, and how many men she done dated in her life? 50?
Mm-hmm.
50
I mean,
men?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Well, she shouldn't have dated more than that. The way she talking.
I think it's a fair warning, though, for younger women who might be interested in older men to kind of get a different perspective because
No, I
I
don't
think
think.
it's being encouraged, and
I
I
don't
think it's
think.
being encouraged for the wrong reasons. And then you with a 50-year-old pervert or something like that because you think him being older
I
makes him
think it's
right.
being. I think it's being discouraged for the wrong reasons. I think it's bitter old women that just don't want to see older men live their best life. Being honest, it's bitter women. They don't want to see men live their best life. Period. And that's the vibes on the internet all over the scale. Like some women are extremely bitter. They
I
don't. They
agree.
don't.
And
They don't
that's how
like
she
seeing men.
sound.
Huh?
That's exactly how she sounded.
Yeah. And anybody who disagreeing with that is crazy. She sounds fucking bitter. Like
She sounds like some other women I've heard.
Then they
No.
sound bitter
Then they
too.
sound bitter. Yeah, then they bitter.
No, it's just more so of a just
Are they
thinking
single?
about how they experience relationship with bigger age gaps. So after a while, you do give a older man your 20s and you're in your 30s. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I think women
My
should
man isn't
stop
in his
talking
50s. I don't
about.
know.
I think women, especially women who are not with men, should stop giving advice on how women should be with men. I think more men should talk about how to pick good men because I think that a big part of our problem is we don't know. We don't know. We be picking for all different types of reasons, and a lot of them, in my opinion, are flighty. It's all over the
What
place.
benefit though would a younger 20-something-year-old, probably outside of his resources, like what benefit would it be to be dating somebody significantly older like that? Unless you're just using him for his money. I don't see what the benefit would be. I feel
But
like it
no,
would benefit him more than the woman, especially if he's not financially stable. There's no benefit.
I don't think that a 20 something year old needs to date somebody who's 50 something. But I don't think that the way she's selling it is the reason that they shouldn't. I just think that that is too big of a gap in time, of experience, of knowledge, of what you bring to the table, of expectation, of health. Like, people need to understand what starts to happen to people after they hit a certain age. Like, there's all these other mature components that we don't talk about because we purely focus on money. We purely focus on like all of these shallow level things, which is why I don't think you should go. I would have said 10 years, but I even think that that starts to become a stretch depending on what age range we're talking about. So I agree with you that a 20 something don't need to be with a 50, but not for that reason. Which
It
goes
comes
back
to
to
the point, like,
us talking about how you pick a person. Sorry, Quentin.
oh no, that was you. That's all you. Like, what are y'all talking about? You know what I mean? Like, what's a 20-year-old talking about, like, with a 50-year-old?
Oh,
Exactly.
Like,
Nothing, because the
besides
man's bringing himself down to her level. I've seen it.
besides genitals, like, what do we really have in common?
Nothing. Y'all are from different decades.
man, you still human beings though, man. At the end of the day,
You need to have something in common, though.
you can have something in common with somebody who's not in your age bracket.
Your pawpaw.
You might, you all might.
She said
you all might
pawpaw,
like,
not pawpaw.
Not Papa.
You all might like. Y'all not being real. Y'all not being realistic, man. Like, just because you're a different age than somebody doesn't mean you can't relate to them at all. That's just a false narrative that's being put out there. People talk about all types of shit, sports, music, everything.
Come on
Like,
now, Slimmy. Most 20-some-year-old girls ain't think about no sports. They think about their hair, their lashes, their makeup, their nails. What they gonna wear
Traveling,
out tonight? Yeah, like when am I gonna go shopping? They're not thinking about that. But
going to
you know what? I
Mexico.
think that these younger girls should go ahead if these older men are out there pursuing you. Get what you can get out of it, because he's getting what he can get out of it.
yeah, I think we put too much like emphasis on age gaps and less emphasis on learning about the other sex. Most people, they don't know about the other sex. They don't know what drives them. They don't know nothing about them. They're not really trying to know them. All they want to think about is how you make me feel and what you can do for me. Not what I can learn from you, not what I can teach you, not what you can help me with long term that might benefit me. Nobody thinks about none of that shit. All people think about is the short terms. What you can do for me right now and how you make me feel. That's all people think about. You could learn something from somebody that's older than you. Learn the mistakes to not make with your credit. Learn the mistakes to not make with choosing the wrong fucking degree. Like, you can't learn that from somebody in your age range because they're going through it too.
But you don't have to be with someone sexually in a relationship to learn that kind of stuff.
But this is my point though. Y'all just said that you can't have a conversation with somebody about something.
What, like,
y'all
so
said,
you want to
wait, hold on, wait. I was still speaking. Hold on. Y'all just said that you have nothing in common. But you just said just now, you just agreed with me that doesn't have to be a sexual relationship. So if you don't have to have sex, but you can actually have a conversation about something without it being sexual, then you can build off that, can you not?
No.
Okay.
No. Like, you're just teaching me stuff that my dad should have taught me, kind of vibes.
Okay, let me flip this a little bit. Like, you have, I don't know, people like Cher and Madonna with these boyfriends in their 20s. What
They
what
running their
are
pockets and
either
clapping
what's,
cheeks.
you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, what they're learning and teaching each other stuff and
No.
just having these profound experiences together and relating on the same level.
See, in my book, I call that a mentor. Like,
Yeah.
I had older men as mentors. I learned from the stuff you're talking about, Slimmy. I learned from them, got it, worked with them, got exposure, experience, but it was a very safe relationship. A very, like, I don't know.
But what I'm saying is, though, you do have something to talk about.
Well, you do.
People don't want to talk about that shit because they only want to talk about two things: what you can do for me and how you make me feel. That's my point. Nobody wants to have those conversations. That's why these relationships are all fucked up, because you only want to talk about two things.
Well, for a 20-something-year-old woman, like her level of understanding only goes so far a lot of the times. So what else would there be to talk about?
No, I don't think it's that. It's just based on a person. It's
You ever had a
everybody is
conversation
not.
with a 20-some-year-old female?
You say what?
You've ever had a conversation with a 20-something-year-old female?
Yeah, for sure.
And y'all is relating.
Yeah, she wanted me to teach her how to play spades.
25 or younger.
She's 20.
Okay.
She's 24.
That's not profound though. Like,
Doesn't matter if it's
I think it's
profound.
in a card game.
You didn't say
it's
whether
a car.
profound.
Yeah.
Wait. You didn't
Hey.
say. You didn't say. No. First off,
That's
you
not
don't
what
know
I mean by teaching something. Like, that's not anybody can teach somebody how to play spades. Like,
But you didn't. No. Wait.
that's not a valuable.
Hey, nigga.
That's not
I'm the
valuable.
king. I'm a king of spades. Just
Wait.
let y'all know.
Wait. You just said that you don't have nothing in common. You can't talk about nothing. Yes,
Sorry.
you can.
Words matter.
Hey,
Take
listen.
nothing out, Molly.
Spades. What if she's not interested in spades?
Oh my God.
Like, I want my nails done. I want my hair done. I want this new bag. I want these new shoes.
Who is not
I want to
interested
go
in
to the
spades?
mall.
Oh my
I want to
God.
go to the movies.
Hey, y'all in the spades like
I ain't
that?
thinking
We can
about no
run it up. Shit, that's
spades.
You know how to play?
shit.
What?
The whole
Okay.
point
That's
is
gonna.
Spades,
That's
like
old.
8 hours a
That's
day on my
old people
phone.
stuff, though.
but okay. Even if that's how the conversation started, because I could have told her how to play spades. She ended up being my spade partner. We was playing spades the whole night. We had conversations about all type of stuff that whole night. That's just how you build on things, though. But
Right,
most
that's why
people
these.
only want to talk about two things, and that's why we be fucked up. Because
I
most
think
people
that
only want
you
to talk
should
about
be
two things.
able to be socialized and intelligent enough and just human. Like, you should really be able to talk to anybody at any age. Like, I don't
Exactly.
get it. But
I'm just like, I think when
therefore
I speak
mean
about
that
this, it's for the long term, like sustainability over the course of time. It's
Exactly.
not some surface level. I got you for the next couple years. I'm talking about like we here and we rocking out for the next until you die, since you 30 years older than me.
Yeah.
Type of
Yeah.
shit. I'm not just talking about a simple, normal. Just
where did your parents meet at?
Skating rink. They met at the skating rink.
Thank you. That's something.
Yeah, but
that's something that
after a
seems
minute, though, when you're talking to an older man after so long, like, you're not gonna want to be. This is why these men, they get these younger chicks, and then they be mad because a dude her age is busting her down on the side.
Why would they
Then
be
y'all
mad?
want to be talking.
Why would they be mad?
Okay.
I agree with Molly. Talking to younger chicks, and I find myself when I do, it's not often, like I have to keep telling myself how old she is or they are, and because I say in my mind that's some fucking 20-year-old shit that don't make no sense, and I get it, and it's no fault to them. They just ain't been through life yet. They'll get there.
Exactly, Quentin.
They just haven't got there. No, I get it. I get it.
I think y'all overlooking just being a human being. Like, you could be able to have a conversation and relate to anyone about anything. Period. Like,
I think you overlooking the psychology of younger women, to be honest.
no, I'm not overlooking the psychology of younger women.
But you're not saying, Slimmy, therefore somebody who's over 50 should necessarily be dating somebody who's in their 20s, right?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, you can't put a restriction on people. You can't put a restriction on people. You don't know what this 50-year-old over here might do for this 30-year-old, this 20-year-old, this 40-year-old. So you can't just be like, oh, they can't date down. They got to date a 50-year-old. They got to date a 60-year-old. They got a 70-year-old.
Well, right. There's no rules. And at the end of the day, there's always the exceptions or whatever. But in general, would you, if you were giving a 20-something-year-old young woman advice, advice on finding a man, would you recommend that she look to somebody who's over their 50s?
No, I'm gonna say you gotta let the man find you. You gotta let the man find you. You don't know what age bracket.
So if she said this 59-year-old dude found me, and I felt good when he was talking to me. I started to, I don't know what she would say about him finding. He found her at the store, at the gym, or something like that, and he asked her out, and she's like, I don't know, he's kind of old. You know what I'm saying? I'm 24. He's 59. Slimmy, do
Now
you
that's
think that I
60.
should go out
That's a
with him?
senior.
Jesus.
Wait. No,
You kept
come
it
on,
one.
man.
She got kept it
No,
1 year
wait
off
a
of
minute.
60.
Wait a minute. You can't use a 59-year-old. Come on now, man. That's a
Okay,
senior
50.
citizen.
Oh, no, it's not.
Not
Yeah,
yet. 65 is
It's
senior.
5. It's
60.
65.
Man, he get AARP magazines.
Nigga, you get that at 40, nigga. What you talking about?
Slimmy, he's gonna be
55.
if
I
Okay,
thought it
52.
started at. I thought it
He's
started at 55.
50. I thought it did too. AARP. Okay, he's 54. He's 54. She's 24. He's 54.
30 years is a hell of a gap.
Right. So I'm asking you, but he found her. And she's like, Slimmy, I don't know. He's saying the right stuff. What do you think?
There's just no way.
Just don't fall for puppy love. Like, you know what I'm saying?
There's
Don't
just
fall
no
for the
way
puppy
in
love
hell-
shit. See it out.
There's no way in heck a woman that much younger than a man is thinking about anything more than what can he do for me. Like, I don't like you for you, nigga. You ugly because you wrinkly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's be clear. It ain't. It's that.
Mhm.
That's it. Like, I'm sure in general, there's anomalies, as Carrie said, but in general, a younger woman going that far up, nigga, you need.
I mean, obviously, neither of them are in it for the long game. Learn what you can from them.
So you would tell her, don't fall for the puppy love.
Yeah, don't fall for puppy love. But that goes for any age.
So would you tell her, would you say, go ahead, like go out with him, see, try it out?
Yeah. Why not? Why wouldn't you? You could learn something from that dude.
Why can't he get a woman within his age bracket?
Why are you trying to restrict him to his age bracket?
Because it's more likely to last.
Yeah, they have more in common.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm not trying to change your mind. I just, I see it from a different angle.
How does someone being in your age bracket just guarantee that it's gonna last?
Well, it doesn't. But it's more likely.
How? Tell me how. Please break it down.
Because they're in your age bracket, they're more relatable, and y'all gonna die generally at the same time. What you mean?
That's not a breakdown.
Because while you busting it down with those gray hairs on your balls, he probably have her a YN on the side with the stamina and the energy and the looks. I don't care. These older men can crash out for these younger women. I don't care. I personally don't care. But don't be complaining when a young chick then took you for all you worth and you ain't got nothing and da-da-da-da-da. Should have found somebody in your age bracket.
Usually men don't complain. We get videos like that from women. Like that woman in that video that was fucking bitter. Like usually those are the ones that's burnt out. They done got ran through. And now they want to get on the internet and whine.
That's how younger women see older men, though. They see them as ran through and burnt out and can't pull no women their own age. That's why they be getting finessed for their money.
Wait, men, what?
You gotta remember, I have friends who deal with older men, though, Slimmy. I have friends who deal with older men. I'm telling you the conversations that they have.
Molly. What man can't pull a woman in his age bracket? What would be keeping a man from getting a woman in his age bracket?
That's what young women be wondering all the time when men start trying to date such younger aged women. It's like, what's wrong with you? I'm telling you. Okay.
Man, Molly, you are not being realistic.
Y'all, these older men just gonna keep getting finessed. I don't care. If it benefit her, whatever.
All right, man.
Anything else? Anybody else?
I asked Enrique because I was just kind of curious of his opinion on it. And he said, dating within your age bracket isn't a hard rule, but there are some practical, emotional, and developmental reasons why it often makes sense. One, shared life stage. You're likely dealing with similar challenges, career building, family planning, personal growth, which makes it easier to relate to each other. Two, Cultural references and humor, same generation equals same music, shows, slang, childhood memories. It creates natural connection and bonding. 3, power dynamics. Big age gaps can lead to imbalances in life experience, finances, or decision making. When you're in the same bracket, there's usually more equality. Emotional maturity. People around the same age are more likely to have similar levels of emotional development, communication styles, and expectations. And 5, long-term compatibility. Long-term goals like retirement timing, health, or parenting can be more aligned when your timelines are similar. That said, age doesn't always equal maturity or alignment, but dating in your age range just raises the odds that you're building from a similar foundation.
Dang, Enrique be spitting. God damn, ain't that motherfucker real?
Yeah, and it made a good point.
Kim that be on here, Kim has full conversations with ChatGPT, and I think that shit's weird as fuck.
My kids they'll be like, "Can I ask Enrique something?" I started a channel doing it.
That's dope. That's dope. Anybody else?
That was a good answer to Sumi's question. That was immaculate.
Yeah.
Enrique.
Oh yeah, and that's what I was gonna say to like the point Carrie made with Enrique.
Like this nigga's real.
Yeah, he is real. Anyway, but yeah, like the whole like family planning, because my friend, the man's way older. They have a child together. He wants more kids, and she's like, "We already have a child together, and you're so old. You're not gonna die and leave me with all these kids to take care of." So I think it matters. It matters. Men don't like to think that. Men don't like to feel old. But it matters.
You ain't playing with the kid when you that damn old. I'm playing with the kid.
No, you ain't doing. You're pawpaw.
I ain't gonna lie. My parents had a kid. My youngest sibling is the same age as my oldest son. And my daddy and mom was calling me talking about, "Can you come play with your brother?" I'm like, "Nigga, no." Yeah, man, they the same age. How your uncle older, or how your nephew older than you? That's just weird.
All right, let me buzz down some of these super chats, and then we're gonna move over to the next thing. We're gonna jump right into the next thing. Son of the Sun says the way Slimmy Chew plus that eye, bro. Fucking llama. A llama? What is y'all talking about? Visa E says, just heard the update on the SCHD winning Stock Club. We need to get to this money. Stock Club is this weekend. B Sharp says, actually, when I ran your videos through Poppy AI, it's not popping up. Maybe you can add her name in the title or make more of a recent video towards her or direct me to your content about her. After hours is not direct. I'm not sure what we talking about here. I've never actually looked at Poppy AI. I don't even know what that is. But appreciate you, big dog. Thank you for the contribution. Honestly, DJ Ace Production says, honestly, it's the younger women targeting us older men. This is from my own experience. All right. PD Ice says, nobody laughed at Muhammad Ali 30 years ago, Anton.
Shit. It's a lot.
Executive Suite Emily says, can't respect talking points from a woman with a trout mouth. She let an old man put her through the gauntlet. Chris Cunningham says, isn't the rule half the age plus 7? I don't know where y'all get these rules from. Ramon Foreman, shout out to you for the 10 ball. I appreciate you. Executive Suite Emily says, Mr. Larry broke her back and her heart. Jerry says, nothing wrong with a good age gap relationship. Chris Cunningham says, Slimmy, you bagging 20-year-olds? Drama says, salute from Drama City, Cleveland. What's good, Slimmy? What's goody, Slimmy? Anton, Carrie, Molly, and Q Diddy. Anton, you invited to Cleveland when we won the title.
Facts.
You got to win it. You got to win it.
Mark City, what up?
Mark Pyers, the tax code says, if my 20-year-old daughter dates a 50-year-old, I'm going to jail. No cap. SBD, the truth writer, says, why did Lot's daughter sleep with him? This is why young women still choose older guys. All right, that's a little, you're pushing a little bit right there. JY says 50 and 20-year-olds date each other for one reason and one reason only. All right, make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let's get into this next video.
One of my golden rules in life is I don't let anybody spin the block on me, ever. Past friends, past lovers, past business partners. There is nobody from my past that is ever welcomed into my present or my future. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, spinning the block is you lowering yourself, because those people snubbed you, right? Those people played in your face like you were regular. Those people ghosted you. They disrespected you. They bullied you, right? They stepped on you. So why the hell do they get to come back in and experience the abundant version of you? Why? Why do they get to come and suck up your good energy that you have now? Why do they get to be a part of what God's doing in your life now? No. You made a decision that I was a clown, right? So you played with me like I was just some clown, like I didn't matter. So why do you get to come back to me months or years later when you see God is doing something? Where do they do that at? Because we don't do that over here. If you are gone, you stay gone. I'm not a revolving door. You don't get to leave and come back. I'm not one of those kind of people. I'm one of those people where when you decide to walk out my life, you can never come back in. That's just how I live. Because I think people know exactly what they're doing. I think in life, we treat people like they're toddlers. We treat people like they're children, as if they don't know what they're doing, as if when they disrespect you, it's not intentional. As if when they ghost you, it's not intentional. As if when they play in your face, it's not intentional. It's all intentional. The problem is people are hoping that you don't hold them accountable for what they do. They are hoping that you give them a pass so they can come back in. No. Adults know what they're doing. When someone chooses to snub you, to treat you like you're regular, when people decide to lower you, embarrass you, do these humiliation rituals on you and your family, and then when you're getting somewhere, all of a sudden that aunt or uncle or cousin or friend or man or woman, no. What do you want?
So, this woman says to never ever spin the block after you've left a relationship, whether that be a relationship that you were intimately connected with a person or a relationship where, friendship or whatever. She's saying that she's recommended that people never spin the block, rekindle, reconnect, or get with people that are from their past after they've left them alone. Agree or disagree? Quentin, I'm coming to you first.
I disagree. I know some people that spun the block and they were together 2 years, took a couple year hiatus, and now they've been together 15 plus. So I don't think that's necessarily so. It sounds like someone hurt her, like took her soul, and she's just projecting it onto everything else. But I don't think that's like, some people sometimes it's just like timing when someone comes in your life and it's just like, hey, let's run this back if you ain't, type of thing. You know what I mean? I don't think anything that she said is generally true. I think there's space.
Okay. Carrie, should you ever spin the block and reconnect or give people another chance to be able to play a role in your life?
And this is not just somebody who you've been like in a relationship with.
Either
Because
or.
it took me a second to know what spin the block was. I was like, hold on.
What the fuck?
I need back up, reverse.
Like, what is spin the block?
Oh my God. They're trying to use their context clues. Jesus, Lord help us.
I did. I used the context clues. So I'll say this. No, I don't. If I have to answer, it's no. At the same time, I am the type of person where if you are not in my life as a result of something you've done to me, I'm forgiving, but you have to give me new data points. So I'm cautious. But if I have to give a hard answer, it would be no. I wouldn't just say you just cut them off. They can never come back around in your life.
Molly, should you ever spin the block and give people another opportunity to play a role in your life?
I agree with the woman. That it's okay to have some boundaries up and cut some people off, depending on the circumstance, and block them out of your life. I think that's perfectly okay. If, as to why do I think that that is okay? I think it's okay because you have to have boundaries within yourself, and you have to let people know that you have certain limits that don't need to be crossed because some people are abusive and will take advantage of some people. So I think that's good of her. You won't let anybody take advantage of her. Cut ties, she cut ties. I'm not mad at her. I do feel like she was projecting a little bit, but I understand where she's coming from.
Slimmy, should anybody ever spin the block to either rekindle a relationship or reconnect with people that they pass?
I spin the block all the time. I don't care. You can't spin the block on me though, because if I cut you off, it's for a reason. You did something crazy. Because I definitely got, like, once you win, I could take a lot. But once I'm done with you, you did something, you didn't did too much. You didn't did way too much. But usually people be mad at me like over the smallest shit, man. So I could spin the block. But as far as that girl, she was hurt though. That's what she had on, the big ass glasses to hide her tears. That weak ass.
Y'all think that most people that vent on the internet is hurt, Slimmy?
I don't know about most. I know about her though. She was hurt. She was hurt like a motherfucker. That's why them glasses was on. She didn't want nobody to see her tears. Middle part bust down. Probably had just got bust down, and dude said, "I'm out." Who knows? She sounded hurt though. Like, real talk. She was
real specific towards the end.
Yeah, she
for
was.
her example.
She got the business, but she could have been delusional. Who knows? It could be several reasons, but she clearly don't want somebody to spin the block specifically. She's thinking about a certain person, and yeah, so that's why she's saying it right now. She'll be over that shit in a couple years. If somebody gonna spin the block, they'll be back. It just depends on who it is. Some people are accepting of certain things from other people. Some people ain't worth accepting certain shit from. Some people get the right to spin the block. Others don't.
Who has the right to spin a block?
It all depends on on how they make you feel, and how toxic they are, and how much toxicity you willing to allow in your life. Because you spinning the block, it's some toxicity there. That's straight up.
Let me ask y'all a question. Should men go back to their child's mother, and should women go back to their child's fathers?
If they have one child,
Why
or
only
one baby
one?
mother. I mean, well, just because a lot of people have multiple families.
Well, so they pick one
So
of them.
I guess they could pick their favorite family and go back home.
I want to say
If there's no domestic violence.
That part.
What if they've changed?
Or like drugs or something crazy.
What if they've changed?
I think people can change.
Ain't no changing from no DV.
Change like what's in my head.
Oh yeah, no.
Because I know, like even as it pertains to like cheating and putting up with cheating, like that's still in the other person's head. Like you still like did something to their head that most people can't get over, type of thing.
Is that only for guys or girls?
It's both. Like if you cheat, like you gonna stay. Don't bring this up next week. Don't bring it up next year. Don't bring it up like in 3 years. Like that's gonna let you know if they really got over it. I think most humans don't get over something so drastic as that. So I don't know. It depends on why they broke up.
Does it also matter whether or not they have kids in a situation though?
Nope. Because we're still humans.
Doesn't matter.
Because it's like you're trying to figure out if I can deal with this person emotionally while there's a child in the house. even though you fuck with my emotions. Because humans are emotional creatures, and like you can say what we're supposed to do, but it ain't really that. You know what I mean? Like I know a woman, her husband cheated on her, and she stayed and she stayed and she stayed, and she just couldn't fucking do it. They had kids, and she was like, "I fucking tried." I was like, "I know you did," but I don't know. It's easy to just say yes, go back to your baby daddy, but like the work that you got to do mentally, emotionally, to make it work with a motherfucker that you're just trying to make it work for the kids. You know what I mean? It's hard.
So,
and what if they ain't attractive? What if they gain like 80 pounds and they ain't even cute no more?
No, you don't want to bring in no stranger.
Yeah, that's a good point, Quentin, because that matters.
No, you don't want to try and bring in no stranger though. It never works. Well, I ain't gonna say it never works. That's way more difficult.
So the general consensus is that people should not spin a block outside of what Slimmy is saying. Slimmy is saying that you should be open to spinning a block, except for in this situation, he don't spin the block, right? Everybody else in the general sense is saying that you shouldn't really spin a block. Correct?
No, I didn't say that. I think it's fine. Okay. You can spin a block on me too, because more than likely, if you ain't talking to me, I did something wrong. It wasn't you. So I'm grateful if you come back.
Okay, but Molly and Carrie is saying don't, right?
No, I said no to what she said.
Okay.
Carrie disagreed with her. I
Didn't
agree
I
with
say
her.
that? Yeah, because y'all confused me.
So you disagreeing with it? You saying that you should spin the block?
I'm saying yeah. Oh, I said no. I did. I said no, right? Okay.
Yeah, I thought that's what you said.
I said if I have to answer, I say no. I meant yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I'm ignoring what she's saying.
Don't worry
I meant no.
Carrie. Don't worry about it, Carrie.
Yeah. Carrie said she didn't even know what spin the block meant.
Yeah, don't worry about it, baby. Don't worry about it, baby.
But be smart. Like get your new data. If you
she did say get new data point.
Oh yeah. She said.
How do you get new data, Carrie?
Not Enrique.
Yeah. Well, and you got we're not just talking about like romantic relationships. So it's like I keep you at a very surface space. I keep with the boundaries. I'm very clear. I'm good with my boundaries. If you spin back around, I gotta keep you over here, and I gotta see.
Okay. Anybody else?
No, I think we're good.
All right. Let me get a couple of these super chats and then we'll get to the last thing. I appreciate y'all honesty, best content. The others don't come close on the algorithm. You know who. You said it. You did it. Big up Anton. You showing proof of how they can follow the blueprint. Shout out to Muslim Maid.
That's because Anton tricked the algorithm.
B Sharp says Poppy AI takes videos, written, photos, audio, etc., analyze it and give you the info that you need. Carry and chat GPT on steroids. Saves time instead of watching and reading. Well, what about the entertainment factor though? Maybe you can direct me in the info on the Discord. Shout out to you, B Sharp. Dub, we really do appreciate you. Thank you for holding us down. We appreciate everybody that contributes into the platform, but for the people that make the largest sacrifices, I know you guys don't have to, so thank you for supporting the platform. This will help me with their raises. If y'all are the same age, what happens when you old, both in a damn care home, with no one looking after y'all assets? Neither of you are mentally. Your children are not necessarily going to look out for y'all. Less than 15% of the nation got the money to overcome this, says Dub. We appreciate you, big dog. High Tolerance says, salute AD and a crew. Spinning the block can wind up being the game and get back. If you know, you know.
That's true.
All right. Let's see. Last one. And then here we go.
And I thought that it was his unique experience for a moment because he gave an example. Like, you know, if my girl is too tired to cook dinner one day, I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. But if I forget to take out the trash, it's a big issue. I accept her humanity, but she don't accept mine. And so I kind of looked around the room to see, like, and when I paid attention, every man was nodding their head. So I asked the room, like, does that resonate? And they were like, yeah, I don't feel appreciated. I don't know what that even feels like. And that grieved my soul because I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't think women realize that what our complaints does to a man who is in love.
All right, so here's the question. A little bit deeper, I think. Maybe not so much so, because I'm a C student. So here's the question. Do women truly understand men emotionally? Like, do they get us? Do you think that they understand us? Or do you think that it's a lot missing when it comes to the connection between men and women and what men expect versus what women translate that to be? Do men and women, or let me revise that. Do women truly understand what men need emotionally and how they feel and what that translates into as far as the dynamics in a relationship? Carrie, I'm gonna go with you first.
No, I don't think so. But I think that a lot of that though is, I think it's twofold. I think on the man's end, we don't understand a lot of you all emotionally because of the perception that you give us around your emotions. Like, all men, not all men, a lot of men say that, you hear men saying that they're not emotional. They don't get all up in their feelings. But then when you watch them, you're like, ooh, that seems like he's in his feelings. That seems like he's in his emotions. And then if you ask him, he's not in his feelings. He's good. He's fine. So I don't want to put like blame on guys, but I think there's a disconnect in the communication of what's really happening inside of y'all. Now, that said, I do think that women, we could understand y'all more if we are intentional about it, because I do think that we have a gift to not have to necessarily understand everything that somebody's going through, to empathize and to like read them. So, and for whatever reason we don't, like, whether we feel like he should be doing more or we're in our own emotions, I do think that, we could do a better job of tapping into the intentional empathy.
Slimmy, do women truly understand men emotionally?
Hell no. They ain't trying to figure it out either. Like, naturally, men are going to be men, but I think women have failed at being women, because your job is to actually nurture, and it's a nature that you have about you to understand what's going on in other people. That's actually nature. That's in your nature, and they aren't tapped into that anymore. It's due to society. I'm not gonna say it's a problem over in other regions, because I don't know. I don't know what they're teaching women, but here we aren't teaching women to be women. They aren't being taught how to be women. Women are being taught to be masculine as fuck. And I'll be honest, and this gonna sound so fucking crazy, but the closest thing we have, like, in the hood to women being women is like bad bitches. Because, and it's gonna sound crazy, but they are all about prepping themselves, looking good, looking cute, prepping themselves to be for men. They're doing this for men because that's natural. They aren't being taught the right ways to do it though, because they selling themselves short by whatever they wearing, dressing all crazy, being promiscuous. Those aren't the right ways to do it, but naturally they are being women, looking good, prepping themselves for men. They aren't getting the understanding of men though. That's where the problem lies. Most people men aren't even understanding men anymore. Like, being for real, because it's too many feminine men. They want to be women now. Dwayne Wade's walking around. Now, if men was understanding men, it should have been one of his teammates that been like, yo, bro, you acting kind of funny right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just using that as an example. But men aren't even understanding men because they moving so awkward. Everything has a chemical imbalance now, and we so far along, it's gonna be hard to reverse this shit. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna take some work. And it's work that people aren't willing to do. Like I said, it goes back to only doing two things, asking two things. What you can do for me and how you make me feel. It's not trying to understand somebody else. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's trying to understand how other people tick. And by men being told all their life that you can't cry, you can't show weakness, you can't show emotion, who the fuck is going to try to understand you? If this is what we're being taught. So no, women not going to understand a man's emotions because they aren't being taught to, and we aren't being taught how to show our emotions either without being, I would say, extremely feminine for real. Men aren't shown how to be men and show emotion in a masculine way. We aren't taught that. We got to naturally figure that shit out for ourselves. And we've been failing at it. So, of course, women aren't going to understand. And men aren't being vocal about how they feel either because in our reality, when they are vocal, they get that shit flipped right back in their face. For instance, if Quentin is up here talking about, yeah, man, I really poured my heart into this girl, blah, 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 I was rocking with her, it's going to be 10, 12 super chats. Oh, you soft as fuck. Because we aren't being conditioned to be able to be ourselves and let ourselves be in tap with our emotions and be able to display them without consequence. We aren't being allowed to do that. We aren't given space to say, hey, this is how I'm feeling. This shit fucked up. Nah, it's like, no, you a man, my nigga. Do what the fuck you supposed to be doing. Everything get thrown right back in your face. So you aren't given the space to show your emotion. So how the fuck is anybody gonna ever understand it? That's all I can say about that.
Quentin, what do you think about this? Do you think that women understand men emotionally?
You're on mute.
I'm kind of right there with Slim. Like, how could women understand women's emotions when men don't really
understand men's emotions?
That's what I'm saying. How can they understand men's emotions when we don't understand our own? I don't think, you know what I mean? Like even like y'all know I'm rocking with someone, like me trying to like let her know how I feel, but also when she makes me feel like a certain way, like, can I bring this to her type of thing, and how it's going to be received, or do I need to be macho and just eat that shit? So,
Molly, do women understand men emotionally?
I agree with the lady in the video that women don't necessarily understand men. A, a part of me is like, how don't we understand men and we literally birth y'all? Y'all exist because of us. So that's why I just get lost sometimes, but we don't listen and we don't listen to y'all. This is what I know. And I do agree with Slimmy that here in America, particularly, because we do have a single parent home epidemic, we're not being necessarily taught how to understand men because men aren't present for the most part. On average, men aren't present in the home. Men aren't really raising the kids up in the home with the mother. So I think it does turn a lot of the focus on us as women. We are more concerned about us and our feelings, and we don't take men into consideration. I think that we do treat men very expendable. And we like the lady in the video said, we will give you like want y'all to be compassionate towards us, but if y'all forget to take out the trash or something, it's like a big deal, and we'll dwell on it and whatnot. So I think that women need to start listening to men more in order to understand them emotionally and not necessarily try to pull information out because you don't have to pull information out. You really just sit there and be receptive and he'll come to you because he'll just feel comfortable enough because you're not going to pass any type of judgment. And we've lost the nurturing element that comes with being a woman. It's being bred out of us. And they don't, yeah, I can see how men don't understand their emotions because y'all aren't supposed to operate super emotional. And y'all kind of are now.
Yeah.
And it's our fault. And then we want to sit there and call y'all emotional because y'all don't know how to process it. But we have to remember we birthed y'all. So we got to take some accountability.
I think I'm pretty good with my emotions. Like most people think when I crash out that I'm being emotional, but if I crash out, I thought about that shit before I did it, and I did it anyway. It wasn't just some emotional like whim that happened. So I'm not really. I'm pretty emotionally intelligent when it comes to like me, what's between my ears as it pertains to my emotions. So,
Carrie, what do you think about all of
but
this?
I had two parents. I had a mama and a daddy, and a stepmama.
Yeah, I think what young men are taught is substantial. I think that has had a really bad effect on guys over time. I think the sentiment of wherever it came from, like don't cry, was probably with good intention because so much does call for y'all to be strong and to be able to like get beyond the hurtful moment, whether it's physical feeling or emotional feeling. But I think that somewhere that got pushed to feel nothing. Like you're just strong all the time. There's no other option. And I think that a lot of people kind of need to be taught out of that. I think about I think it was Wallow. When he did an interview, maybe it was on Tom Bilyeu show. He did an interview with somebody, and he said when he got out of prison, he said he cried, like he cries now all the time. He said I love to cry and he gave his story on how much it was so. Why are you laughing?
Therapeutic.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's therapeutic to cry.
He gave his story, yeah, and how much what the opposite of that had messed his life up. So I think that hearing from people like him, who I guess people will perceive that he is stronger, unfortunately, because he went to jail, because a lot of people associate going to prison with strength, whatever. And just coming from out of, from where he came from, whatever. I think stuff like that is helpful. But I also think that women, we're more like spaghetti noodle ish, and men are like waffles. Y'all compartmentalize better, I think. And I think that sometimes with women it might be harder to extend the intentional, let me understand what he's really feeling or going through, because it's hard for us to separate other stuff. So for instance, if you and him went through something where he hurt you, and excuse me, so for you, to Quentin's point, a lot of people, it's hard to get over certain things. You're carrying that. So you're going to be less understanding if you're going through something, if you forget to do something, if you're feeling some kind of way, you might be less understanding, or I'm not going to sit here and try to figure out what's going on with you. You did this to me. You messed up with the money. You cheated on me. You did this. You did that. Like, I don't care about your feelings. You should have thought about that before. And it's like, whoa, I get it. I apologize for that. But right now, in this moment, I'm going through this, this thing. I think it's harder for women to separate the two. Which becomes
like
messy.
generally,
oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, go ahead, because I can kind of just go on.
That's on you. Keep going. I'm listening.
No, go ahead, because I'll just
I
keep
forgot. Keep
going with
going.
it.
I forgot what I was going to say. Keep going. I think generally, like men. if you're a manly man, just the people in your sphere, like it's like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you can't show any signs of weakness. Well, not can't, you shouldn't, is what the world says. And it's like wrestling with that. Because we're humans too. You gotta get that shit off sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like not a lot, but like every now and again. Like I remember, I don't even know why. I had a girlfriend 8 years. She lived in Germany, and I freaking one time a week I just freaking cried in my room. I freaking missed her, man, and it sucked. People was nutting on her fucking ass, and I had to see it. And it was just like, just come back so I could make it better.
What? What do you mean you had to see it? What do you mean you had to see it?
Oh, it is just, I had to get it out, and it made me feel better about what I was going
through. Slimmy, you remember when you told us that story?
No, what do you mean you had to see it?
They sent them the picture.
They sent them a picture.
Of what?
The semen on the
he said semen
on her bouton.
Whoa. Wait. Hold it. What the fuck? Who sent the picture?
Fucking Kyle Wilder. I remember his fucking name.
I don't think Slimmy must not have been here.
Oh no, I was not here for this.
Slimmy,
what a girl with jizz on her cheeks.
Yeah, man. I was in Oklahoma. She was in Kaiserslautern, Germany.
Why did this dude send the photo?
Country.
I don't know, man.
Slimmy is confused.
I don't know how he got my instant messenger, but he did.
She gave it to him. Wow.
I was an emotional 21-year-old. But yeah, I cried, and I cried a lot while she was over there until she came back.
Wait, what you mean until she came back? Fuck her. What you talking about?
Nigga, when you're a 21-year-old in love for 4 years in,
he let her run the block. Right? Is that
she didn't run the block, nigga. She never left, nigga. She left for whatever that time was.
She never left.
That's wrong.
We didn't never break up, nigga.
Wait a minute. Hold on, dog.
Dude, you have to. I'm gonna level set you right now. I was with this girl from 17. At this time that this happened, I was like 23, so 5 years. 23-year-old young man who ain't never been in love. And this is the most beautiful, soft skin, perky breasts, skinny waist Mexican woman that I ever met in my life. I wasn't letting it go for shit. Even a little jizz on her booty. Dude, we were apart for a year and a half while she was over there. That was a long time.
Man, how did she ever get back into the mix? Just because she came home?
She never left the mix.
No, I wasn't here for this. No, don't.
This is how irrational love is. Love will have you thinking it's your fault.
What?
I'm being real.
That's
he was
true.
21.
I'm real. I'm real about this. This is why I look.
Life after I got jizz.
Whatever woman gets me less has me at my best emotional.
He was a child.
No, you're not a child at 21. You're not a child.
But when he met her at 17.
Oh, fucking what, man? That shit would have been chalked. I ain't getting no pictures of nobody sent to me like that. And still dealing with him?
Well, he was in love, Slimmy. He was in love. He had the rose-colored glasses on.
Y'all overrating that shit, man. Ain't no motherfucking way. Ain't no love. What? Man, she fucked somebody else.
You ain't never been 21 before and in love?
She fucked somebody else. That's cheating. How the fuck did she come back to that with the photos? It was proof.
Men
What y'all
be
talking about?
married
Many
and their
people get
wife
beyond
be
that.
pregnant by somebody else and he'll still raise that baby. People be in love, Slimmy,
Oh,
okay?
y'all tweaking. Now y'all really tweaking. Yeah, man. Nah,
I
you
didn't
trolling right
mean
now.
to go down this rabbit hole, but
I don't even know how we got here.
I'm very emotionally mature at my ripe age of 34.
Shit, you ain't got no choice but to be mature going through some jizz photos like that. That's unheard of. The fuck?
I wouldn't take it back for the world. Everything that I've been through has led me to the man I am today.
There you
And
go,
whatever woman
Quentin.
gets me right now, you're a lucky bitch.
And he means that word in the kindest way possible.
Respectfully.
I can tell you right now, Slimmy is not feeling this. So
yeah, hell no.
But I also like y'all gonna call me gay, but like the men in my circle, like Justin and Brian, and we talk about some deep shit. I'm the only dude that ain't in no relationship, and they got wives and long-term girlfriends, and we talk about some deep emotional shit. Like one of my homeboys cheated on his girl, and he didn't get caught, and he came to me crying about it that he felt so bad that he did it. And I'm like, dang, bro. I was like, did she catch you? I was like, he was like, no. I was like, fuck you crying for it. You know what I mean? And yeah.
I hope the girl won't watch and be able to deduce which man you're talking about.
No. They're far. There ain't no way this hits that girl's algorithm. No.
Oh, okay.
Anything else?
Yeah, no, I never heard that story from Quentin before. I don't know when y'all told that shit. This nigga
I've been through a lot, man. It's in my short time on this earth, I've been through a lot. But we here now.
Yeah, you allowed yourself to go through that shit, bro. Cause there ain't no motherfucking way. That's crazy. Yeah, she would have been canceled immediately. Like you can't dishonor me like that. Ain't got the photo proof. Nah.
Slimmy ain't slowing down.
That might have been cemetery time for real. Real talk.
Oh, he can't crash out.
That might have been cemetery time, boy.
Can't crash
Ladies,
out.
do y'all hear that, ladies? If y'all ever in the chat, if y'all want to date Slimmy, do not cheat on him.
No,
that's y'all warning.
There ain't no such thing as cheating, man. No, you don't even think about stuff like that.
That's crazy. Any other thoughts?
Hey, what was the one thing that you said you was gonna show that somebody sent the super chat about? Or you gonna wait till Thursday?
I don't remember. What did they
I think we talked about it. We talked about it like the very next topic was about it.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was Jasmine Crockett?
Yeah. No, it was
I forgot what it was. No, we didn't talk about it. It was homie's mama doing something. Oh, that Jaden Daniels' mama did something to him.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah. I remember. I know what it is, but we're gonna have to save it for Thursday because I don't want to
I'm off tomorrow, niggas. Turn up.
So. All right, let me read some of these super chats. B Sharp says, let me quickly come on and explain. It'll help. It's a little late, big dog. My boy Slimmy was cooking, says Limitless Minds. I appreciate the show tonight. You guys are sounding like a PhD think tank. Keep up the great work. Shout out to T. Roy B. I appreciate you. Mark Pyers, tax coach, says, I agree that most men don't show emotions like women do, so it's a hard read. It's hard to read us. However, most women tend to nitpick the little things versus men. Lastly, I hope you picked the 105K seats. So y'all watch the vlog. Okay. Shout out to y'all watching the vlog. The book, The Power of Now, helps with dealing with emotion and ego. Incorporate that with the Bible and you're good to go, says Jay Mills. Shout out to Jay Mills. Shorty got left for dead in the middle of the bed with a wet ass, shaking. Says high tolerance. Shout out to y'all. All right. Any other thoughts before we get up out of here, y'all?
Yeah, man, share your emotions, but don't overshare.
See, I took on more of a moderator / introductory subject approach to tonight. I think that the people enjoyed it better.
I think we should like have some call-in Friday night type vibes.
I'll do that. I'll see what's happening. We can figure that out. Absolutely. All right.
Just don't call in to argue with me,
want to get
please,
personal.
whoever it is. Yeah, don't call in to argue with me.
No, it's
I can
whoever
moderate
you
that. I
I
can
ain't just trying to
moderate.
argue with you.
I'm not tripping off of that. Y'all ain't got to.
And share what you feel led to share.
Yeah, I can figure that out. All right. Any other suggestions, questions, comments, concerns?
Fun show.
Thank
Jasmine
you,
Crockett gets on my nerves.
Thank you, our streets, for holding us down. All right. That's that. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We out. Peace.
Bye.